Take it away, Terry.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Terry, and I'll be the narrator for this particular adventure. This is kind of exciting. I've come out of hibernation and hiatus to run my first adventure in many, many, many years. How we're going to do this is we are going to start with a very famous tournament module called the Dare. And what makes the Dare unique is that when played at tournaments, it was really considered to be a light Cthulhu rules module, and affectionately known as Call of Cthulhu. And we've got some special rules and things to go over that are particular for this module, but it's a good toe dip into the world of Cthulhu. Welcome everyone. I appreciate you being on and giving me grace, especially if I say, give me a second, I gotta look that up. So, welcome. Okay. A couple of the guys here have played Call of Cthulhu before, but I'm going to go over with some of the rules and just kind of clarify things. We'll get into the character descriptions in a little bit, but everybody has a character sheet that was given to them based on an archetype that they picked. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about the character sheets. What you guys are going to notice is that the skills are all in percentile. So you will be using your D20, or excuse me, D10s quite a bit. That'll be the main dice roll. However, based on different rolls such as damage, um, potential sanity loss, spoiler alert, and other things that please have a variation of dice around, but you will also want to have a couple of D10s, and I'll get into that in just a second. So, um, with that being said, we will go on to luck. You'll notice that everybody has a luck attribute, and luck is kind of a fun skill because the DM may call upon a person to roll a luck to see if something lucky or unlucky happens, obviously, of course. But there's also another cool function of luck is that there's luck points. So with the Cthulhu system, how the luck points work is that if you need to make a skill roll, then you can decrease your luck, and you can do that up to as many luck points, as you'd like. If it was a roll that you absolutely needed to make as far as a skill roll goes, then you can burn luck. All right. That will cause your luck to decrease. And as a result, then you might be unluckier on other rolls. However, luck can be used not only to make a success, but and we'll get into the different degrees of success, but sometimes you might need to make say a hard success. And maybe you've made the success, but it wasn't a hard success. So you can spend just amount of luck points that would get you over the threshold into making the next level of success. Luck rolls, luck points cannot be used on sanity rolls, and they cannot be used on luck rolls. So it is a depleting resource. If this were a long-term campaign, one of the first things we would do before we start the adventure for the night is that everyone would roll a luck roll, and you're hoping to fail that luck roll, because if you fail the luck roll at the beginning of the session, then you get a 1d10 luck points back. So it's kind of an incentive for characters to use luck because there is a good chance that you'll get it back the next session. So, with that being said, everybody's got luck that they can spend. Next up is going to be just the rule, just to talk about too, is advantages and disadvantages. If I say that you've got an advantage on a roll, what you're going to do is roll an extra d10, and you're going to designate what dice are going to be your tens dice. Okay, so effectively, if you have an advantage, you're rolling two tens dice, and you're going to take the better die, which would be the lower die if you're trying to make a percentile roll. Okay, that's an advantage. If you have a disadvantage for something, then that means you're going to roll an extra die 10, and you're going to take the worst roll out of that. So advantage and disadvantage. There might be some circumstances where you get multiple advantage and disadvantage dice, but you know, we'll kind of come and burn that bridge when we come across it as well. Also, the nice thing about advantage and disadvantage would be an example if a character needed to try and do a skill, and it was a skill that somebody else could contribute to and cooperate with. And the example that I'm going to give is if you're trying to light a match and it's windy out, but Rafe says, you know what, I'm going to come over and I'm going to try to block the wind for you. Well, that's cool. Yeah. So you guys, form a little cave and you're able to strike the match. If it were a case of a roll, that would give you an advantage. So that sort of thing. Helping out your team and being creative with that is going to help. So think of that in as far as role plays go. Next up is another neat feature with skills called a push. And what a push means is if you fail a skill, say you needed to climb a wall and you fail, you're going to say, I'd like to push that roll. And what that means is I'm going to say, okay, how are you going to do it differently? What are you going to do it to try to make it this time? And in the case of climbing something, you might say, you know what, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to look at the wall and I'm going to try to plan out handholds and see if I can't find a better support to try to get up. Well, that's going to allow you to then re-roll that skill. Try to make that success that second time. However, if you fail a pushed roll, then that's also going to be a more of a failure for you. I'm not going to say it's going to be a critical failure. You're going to fall down and break a leg. However, in the case of a pushed fail roll, it's going to be worse. It's going to be a worse result than a regular failure. Does that make sense to everyone?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. All right. So with that being said, we also want to talk about critical fails and critical successes. If you're rolling percentiles and your skill is less than 50%, then your critical failure is going to be 96 or higher. Okay. If you fail a roll that you have a 50 or higher, then your critical fail roll is going to be 100. So if the skill is higher than 50, then it's a little bit better chance not to get that critical failure. All right. An aught one is always a critical success. So that stands to reason there. All right. Next up, bottle caps. So I am a Gen Xer. I'm a fan of the 80s. Um, I'm going to hold back and have the responsibility and authority to give you guys bottle caps when you make appropriate pop culture references. You make me laugh. You do some
Nice.
excellent you do some excellent role playing. At my discretion, I'm going to give you something called a bottle cap. And basically what that means is, it's a virtual bottle cap so that you can use that as an advantage rule for anything at any time. Okay. Um, you can save them up. I'll say you can have a maximum of 3 bottle caps, that sort of thing. But basically, if you nail some bit of role playing or some bit of 80s trivia, anything like that, the thing about the battle caps is once again, they can be an advantage die for anything. Sanity rules, damage rules, anything else. So
Never mind me, Terry. I'm fixing this for you.
nope, that's all right. And you know what? Let's have our first bottle cap volunteer. So this is gonna be at least a 2, maybe 3 session adventure. So if anyone is willing to take notes that we can refer back to these next couple of weeks, we're gonna be playing this adventure.
Oh, hell yeah.
If anyone wants to volunteer to be the official note taker, I'll give you a bottle cap right now.
I will be the party scribe if need be.
Okay. Rafe, you are officially the scribe. Uh, so go ahead and give yourself one bottle cap to use. However, we are going to be using your notes for references when we get back together again.
Okay. All right.
Just so I have
Okay.
reference, because it's been 40 years since I was a Boy Scout, I pulled up a, I pulled up a PDF of the Boy Scout handbook.
Oh,
Gotcha.
that's thick. Well done, Eric.
Well, well,
Okay.
no, okay. I know I have a copy of my old ha Boy Scout handbook, but I think it's still in a box somewhere. That's why when you saw me over here like this, and I was
Wait, is
going,
it over there? Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
Well, keep that in mind, Eric. We're going to get to character descriptions and equipment later on, so just keep that Boy Scout manual in mind. We might be able to do something with that too. So,
Okay.
with that being said, the next point I wanted to bring up is skill rolls. So, unfortunately, the character sheets that you got from the module didn't fill this part out, but let me talk about it real quick. Skill rolls are going to be broken down into a success, a hard success, and then a critical success. All right. Or an extreme success, I guess is what the official book calls it. So, what that means is, for example, if you have a dodge of 40 and you roll a 40 or under, it's a success. You did it, you dodged. Okay. However, if you roll less than 50% of your skill, which in this case would be 20 or below, then you just made a hard success. All right. And I'll get to why these are important in a second. And lastly, if you roll under 20%, which in the skill of a 40 dodge would be 8 or under, then you just made an extreme success. Okay. Um, how this works is that I don't want to necessarily hear the numbers. Um, sometimes I will, but I'll be really interested in hearing you guys say, I made the roll and I made a hard success. That's going to give me a variable of how well you did. However, where it comes up also is going to be in combat. So if you're fighting somebody and you want to attempt to grapple them, then it's going to be an opposed roll, and you're going to want to roll low. And if you're going to try to grapple somebody, then you're going to be a opposing roll, and you're going to look at, well, I made a hard success, but they only made a success. Well, the hard success is going to beat out a success. So that's another reason where this variation will come into play. Any questions on what I've talked about so far?
Not yet.
inventory.
Basic. This is like such a basic, elegant game system. I really enjoy Call of Cthulhu just
I
because
yeah.
of the simplicity. I mean,
COC is fantastic. It really is.
all right. A couple other things I want to cover real quick. Will be the first one is sanity. Obviously, we're going to be well, not obviously. We may occasionally be doing sanity rolls. Sanity rolls represent if you see something just a complete mind fuck. You weren't expecting that. It's supernatural. It's really gross. I'll have you make a sanity check. All right. Failing a sanity check um, may result in a set number of points being lost, or it may result in a die roll. All right. If you happen to lose sanity of more than 5, you got to let me know because that is going to indicate a bout of madness. So any sanity loss of more than 5, then you got to trigger the narrator. Let me know. So that could be yeah, could be a roll on the chart, boys. So um and then also with wounds, if you happen to lose more than half of your total hit points or more on a single wound, you have to let me know that as well. because that's going to indicate a major wound. So all the characters in not only Call of Cthulhu but Call of Kid Cthulhu are extremely squishy. You don't have a lot of hit points, and so it's not going to be very hard for little kids to get broken. So you just have to let me know that at any point, if you lose more than half of your total hit points, you got to call it out for me. All right.
Do we get the benefit of the doubt due to the ancient adage about kids bouncing, or is that just like, no, fuck you, it's the 80s, rub some dirt in it?
A little of both. Okay.
Okay, okay, cool.
There, if you look, and we're going to cover skills too in a little bit. In fact, we can do that now. They do have a first aid roll,
Okay.
and so we're going to be kind of generous with, we want the characters to have a fear of death, but at the same time, yeah, there is a first aid roll, so you're
Okay.
not completely without mercy.
Okay.
And you have someone who's fairly good at it too.
Is
Excellent.
Sherwood pretty good at it, or where is my first aid?
I'm a Boy Scout. First aid's a merit badge and a skill award.
Oh, well, shit. I'm sorry. I just my dad's a jerk. He makes me beat up people in the boxing team. So
I know just a little bit. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I have to give myself boo-boos. So, yeah.
I first aid. Oh, you know what? I have 40 in first aid. So I
I,
know I
I,
know something about something.
I have a
You know how
15.
to
I can
tape
put
up an
band-aids on
ankle?
myself.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
And Rafe knows how to tape up an ankle.
Yeah. I'd like to probably maybe this is a little bit thematic, Terry, but um could I kind of limit myself as the athlete character to like my first aid is like athletic injuries. Like that's all I know how to do. Like taping an ankle, like brace, kind of like sprains and such. Like essentially, if I don't have ice and I can't tell you like walk it off, you pussy. I don't know how to do first aid at all.
Well, let's let's put a pin in that and see how you feel in a little bit, because
Right?
even athletic injuries can cover a large gambit, especially in a boxing ring. If your
Okay.
character is an athlete, athlete because they're a boxer, yeah, there's going to be lacerations and knocked out teeth, and maybe the
Oh,
occasional broken bone or something that
fair.
he would at least have seen somebody
Right.
um,
Okay.
tape
Fair
up.
enough.
All right. So speaking of skills, if everyone take a look at your character sheet real quick, Call of Kid Cthulhu. What they did is they shrunk down the skill list quite a bit because it's a tournament module. They want to get people in and start playing the adventure right away. They shrunk down a lot of the normal Call of Cthulhu skills. So let me just kind of point out a couple of them, whether or not you have skills in them. So, for example, you're going to see be a pal. Okay. So this be a pal skill is going to be the art of you like getting someone to talk and making them feel better, being a nice friend. Okay. What this covers as far as Cthulhu skills is going to be a psychology roll, um, and a little bit of yeah, psychology roll. So it's basically you're talking your buddy off a ledge. All right. So even though you're not officially trained in psychology, you're giving your friends support. Okay.
Hmm.
The next one that they lump together is called Be Bossy, if you have a skill in that. And basically, this is a skill that's trying to get other people to do what you want. So this skill takes place or replaces both the intimidate and the persuade skills in Call of Cthulhu. All right. So as we're role playing this out, if you're looking for opportunities to do things, I'm going to be able to negotiate. And you're like, hey, I think, that would be like be bossy because, I want to try to get them to do something. Yep, absolutely. The other thing about negotiating these skills is that always let me know if there's a skill that maybe is better that you have. that is would be more appropriate, or that you could describe that this is going to be a better thing to use. And we'll get into some of the other examples as well, but skill checks can be negotiable if there is something that would replace what I've asked a skill check for. The next one up is called Be Sneaky, and this is going to be a combination of the Call of Cthulhu skills, sleight of hand, and also stealth. So
Okay.
if you're trying to move silently, it's going to be a sneaky roll. Next one up is dodge, and once again, this is just going to be another. And we're going to get into combat here in a little bit too, but this is going to be uh, ducking out of the way and trying to avoid damage for whatever reason. Okay. The next one up is called fighting. All right, fighting is going to cover anything as far as punching, kicking, biting, uh, uh, hitting somebody with a stick, using anything sharp, using a knife. It's just all covered under fighting. All right. Next up is first aid. Obviously, we talked about that. It's a way to heal wounds. This isn't necessarily going to bring back anybody from the dead, but it could, give you some hit points back with your character. The next generic one for Call of Cthulhu is called Fix Stuff. And Fix Stuff skill is going to cover anything such as mechanical or electrical repair. So that's going to be another one that is basically an engineering skill. They just are shoving everything under Fix Stuff. Another one, and this is a big one, is called Gym Class. Gym class is any type of physical activity, such as running, jumping, climbing, swimming, throwing, um, all of that stuff. So, gym class would cover if you were going to actually throw something in combat. So, fighting would be the actual fisticuffs, melee, and the gym class would be if you're going to throw something. Next up, Eric, you're gonna like this one. Nature, all the stuff that you learned about in Boy Scouts. And this can cover anything from animals and plants, how to find north, tracking, that sort of thing, survival. This skill combines navigate, natural world, survival, and track. Okay, so for example, if you have a skill in nature and you also have a skill in science class, all right, and I ask you to make a roll based on, an animal track or something, feel free to speak up and go, you know what? I want to use my nature skill instead. So that's where we can kind of negotiate. If I call out, hey, this is a science role, you can go, hey, is this an opportunity I can use my nature instead? So that's why we would have that negotiation as part of rolling skills. Next up is called notice stuff, and that's going to be anything from spot hidden and also listening. So notice stuff is going to be another really important thing. This is a fun one. I'm not sure if anyone has this skill, but it's called Play with Matches. And this skill covers a host of things that children are not supposed to do. So, if you were anything like me in high school, uh, play with matches was a real thing. And I can tell you back in the 80s, we used to print out something. If we got our hands on electronic copy, we'd run it off on the school printers called the Anarchist Cookbook. So that would be anything like making smoke bombs, making explosives, knowing how to set explosives, any type of, you know, uh, the average goody two shoes wouldn't do. So that is play with matches.
I gotta ask you
Reading.
something when we're done with this, Terry, about something you
Okay.
may or may not have done back in the day. I did it one
Uh,
time
Okay.
all right.
personally, and I'll never
And
do it
and
again, but I'll
and
ask you about it later.
and being a Boy Scout, there's no way that I wouldn't have a higher skill in that.
This is gonna be so fun.
I mean, it's going to be hard not to play me as a kid for this.
That's not role
Right?
playing Eric, that's projecting.
Hey,
Come on,
we
man.
and we didn't know you as a kid. So go ahead, Eric.
Rafe, this is
Play
the problem
yourself.
with having three people born in the 80s playing a game made in the 80s.
And I'm the only '90s kid in the group, so yeah.
We're not role playing, we're living our childhoods. It's okay.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Uh, I
You
I could see this character being me as well, but I also was started growing up with the internet, so I would have a skill just called Napster.com.
I mean, I could easily mold this to myself, but yeah, the background itself is nowhere near what I was.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
All right.
continue, please continue. Sorry.
Yep. Okay. So once again, play with matches. It will cover be the skill that will cover for those of us who ever made match tip pipe bombs growing up. So
Shove the
uh
match heads in the tennis ball. Come on now.
that's just as hard as you can. Get more in there. You're not trying hard
That's
enough.
Come
that's why
on,
they got rid of the strike anywhere ones because people doing that shit.
come on. Fishing with pipe bombs.
Oh my God.
Uh, the next skill to cover is reading, writing, and arithmetic. So basically, this is going to cover any type of school type skills and accounting, language, library use, academic type skills. Next one up is going to be science class, and this is going to cover any science skill from anything from astronomy to zoology. So if you need to make a sciencey type role, that's going to be your science class. Next up is going to be spooky stuff. And this is going to be the knowledge you
Nice.
have about the creepy, weird, and occult type things. So, yes, this is another word for occult skills. And then the last one that they have in here is going to be taunt. And this is something that, once again, children of the 80s knew really well. This is going to be a skill that you would shout at an opponent in order to throw them off their game. If you use this skill, you make a roll, and we're going to play it out. So you better know what you're saying to your opponent. But it's basically going to keep them from doing anything during a fight, but getting enraged and wanting to keep fighting. Okay, so your opponent won't be able to dodge. They won't be able to flee. You know, all they're going to be able to do is get pissed off and attack. So that's taunt.
Okay.
Okay. With that being said, is there any skills that you guys want to further clarification on?
No.
No, we can cover that too. You know, as this comes about, it's just some of those categories were so weird. It's like, you know what? I just want to spend a couple minutes kind of going over. Like they just shrunk this list down. Come on, let's play. But you know what? We're doing some flavor text here. So with that being said, there's a couple different types of melee in Call of Cthulhu and Call of
It's
Cthulhu.
melee. Come on.
Oh my God.
Melee. So with melee, if you're being attacked,
Damn Neanderthals.
if you're being attacked in melee, you actually, as a defender, have three options. The first option is you could do nothing. That's always an option. You could just take the hits, right? Uh, Always an option. However, the other two options are a little bit more defensive. One is being dodge, and the other being fight back. So if an opponent's going to attack you and you do a dodge skill, basically it's going to benefit the defender. So in an opposed roll, if the defender succeeds and the attacker succeeds, the defender has dodged the roll. Okay, in melee. All right. Then there is the last one is going to be fight back. So if an opponent is attacking you and you're not going to dodge, but what you're going to do is look for that opening and you're going to try to fight back as they're attacking you. In that particular case, you have a chance of doing taking no damage, but doing damage back. However, the advantage goes to the attacker. So if it's a success versus a success, whoever is the attacker wins the contest and will do damage against you. Okay. Um, so those are a couple different things that you can do there. Also, there are some foes that you're going to come across that have multi attacks, and so you're going to notice that there might be in Call of Cthulhu, I believe it's ghouls have 3 attacks. Okay.
Oh my God.
So don't be surprised if there is a chance encounter of, somebody having more than 1 attacks against you. Um, One other thing that should mention then is if you get into multi foes, you can dodge or fight back on whatever foe that you want. But let's say you have 3 enemies attacking you, you can only dodge or fight back against one. All right. You can dodge against the other 2 attackers, but it's going to be a dodge at a disadvantage and you can't fight back. So, uh, in this game, because everybody's extra squishy, even more squishy than Call of Cthulhu, multi-foes can be really damaging. So, um, then there's also an option in Melee called a fight maneuver. So if you're attacking somebody and you say, hey, you know what? I want to grapple them. I want to do an arm bar and hold them down. I want to do a choke maneuver. That would be a fight maneuver. In that particular case, then what we have to do is look at the builds. And I believe everybody should have a build score. I know we have size. Yeah, there's got to be a build score on here as well. But basically, what it does is it takes into account that if you have the build of the same as a person or you're greater than them, then you have, an opportunity to do a fight maneuver, a grapple against them. If somebody has a +1 build on you, um, they're bigger than you, then you can still do a fight maneuver. However, it's going to be at a disadvantage. And the more bigger they are than you, the larger they are than you, the more disadvantaged dice you'll get in order to try to grapple them. So that just makes sense. Um, Otherwise, there are also throwing opportunities as far as attacking goes. Um, a thrown melee weapon can be dodged, uh, and they can also fight back if it's at close range. So if you're 20 feet away from your attacker and they throw something at you, you could try to dodge that, but you couldn't do a fight back because they're greater than close range. Okay. If 2 opponents are at close range to one another and somebody throws it, the defender still has the option of doing a fight back then because they're just right there. And then of course, if there's any guns, then we'll kind of deal with that at the onset. But guns are very much the same sort of thing. You can't fight back against a gun. However, you can try to dodge against it. If you dodge against a ranged weapon attack, that's going to be like you're you're burning up a future action because basically you are like dodging out of the way, you're ducking behind some cover, and you're going to say, I'm going to sacrifice my next initiative, my next action in order just to get the hell away. And so obviously, if multiple people are firing at you, you can only dodge at one.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. All right.
So
This
um,
isn't the
there,
Matrix, Neo.
No, no. I'm pretty athletic as a kid. I am not that athletic.
there are lots of other combat rules that we don't have to get into right now for Call of Cthulhu. Those will include a burst of rounds, firing off multiple shots. Some weapons have extreme damage, and so being that everybody is squishy once again, single shot from a 45 can end your character. I mean, their bullets are deadly. All right. With that being said, if you did happen to get an attack on opponent and you get either a extreme success or a critical success, that's going to give you bonus damage as well. So we'll kind of come to that when we, get to a combat situation. But basically, if you have some type of weapon, especially something pokey or slashy, then you can get impaling damage on a critical success. And that's where it's basically you get your full weapon damage, you get your full damage bonus, and then you get another die roll to do more damage. So a knife in the hands of, say, somebody, well, not any of these characters, maybe. Let me see damage bonuses. I'm just glancing at a character sheet real quick. Does anybody have a damage bonus on here?
Um, I
My
don't.
unarmed
I
is
don't.
1d3 but plus damage bonus.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see that too.
this is mine too, but I don't think.
Okay, so when we take a break at some point, if we or if we're gonna need to know the damage bonus, so basically what that is depending on how strong you are, that's going to give you an extra damage bonus during melee. So, for example, your knife might be a 1d3 plus your damage bonus, and your damage bonus might be, a +1 or a +2 or a die roll as well. If someone were to have a knife and they got impaling damage, they would get the highest of the knife, which we'll say is a 1d4. So they get 4 points from the weapon. They get the highest damage bonus, and say yours is another 1d4 because you're super strong. So that would be 8. And then they would also get another die for roll to add all those damage together. So a 1d4 knife could potentially, in this case, do 12 points of damage. And I'm guessing that might kill most of you. 12 points of damage. It would for sure be a serious wound.
At 9, so yeah, that would take me out
Yeah,
completely.
I'd be dead.
Yeah. So extreme successes and critical successes can be deadly. All right. So that is combat. Let me look at my sheet real quick.
Speaking of knives, I have a Swiss Army knife, but I don't have damage for it.
I will say it's a 1d3.
Okay.
Okay, and lastly, I have for combat 2 that initiative is based directly on dex. All right, so at some point, when we're introducing our characters, I'm gonna have to write down your names here and also your dex scores so I can reference how quickly you guys act in what order. All right. I have a note here for myself that there is going to be an NPC that will be played, and his name is Roger. And spoiler alert, he is a bit of a bully. So uh,
Aw.
I I don't plan on taking this over the top. However, bullies in the 80s had a very sharp tongue, and we didn't have the um, PC filter that's around
No.
nowadays. So I
Trust me.
won't be
I know.
I'm not going to be over the top or anything, but Roger's a dick. All right. And so if at some point I'm doing it over the top, um, if you guys just tell me cool it, Roger, then that at least will be a trigger for me to, hey, back this off a little bit. So it's kind of funny. There's a ton of videos out there about this particular module, and a lot of the game masters are like, oh my God, it was so cathartic played Roger. I got to role play all the bullies who affected me in junior high and high school. So I just want to put in the trigger warning. If I'm going over the top, you guys can just like, hey, back off, Roger. So I want to mention that right away. Okay. So a little bit of history. Okay, let me go back. Any other mechanics questions, any comments, concerns? Like I said, we're going to be learning this together, so there'll be a lot of referencing some of these rules again. All right, a little bit of history. It is going to be Halloween night of 1985. Don't look it up. I did my math wrong, but it is a Friday night, so it's an alternate universe. The actual Halloween date in 1985 was a Thursday, but it's going to be a Friday for all practical purposes. The town that you guys live in is Arkham, Massachusetts. So, you guys are children living in Arkham in 1985. Um,
That's funny
this
considering my that's funny considering Harry's backstory so that he raised the Iowa state average, but we're in Massachusetts, so
oh,
I guess I got transplanted.
Your parents moved for work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could not help but to reference the late great HPL's home turf, and so our nod to Arkham. Yes, you guys are going to be children of Arkham,
Hell
which
yeah.
the city itself is going to be 1985, really pushing up close to 200,000 people. It is a small industrial town. There's a lot of train traffic that goes through it. There's river traffic. There's some factories that still produce some stuff, but there's a lot of shutdown factories. And of course, you have the famous Miskatonic University that still is very much in effect and alive and well. So that is a little bit about the background scene. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about our characters. So what I'm going to do is call on you in the order that I see here. And what I'd like you to do is give a description of your character. I'm not asking you to read off of the character sheet. I want you to kind of process some of the things that we've been talking about before the session started. And as the session started, what I want you to do is give a nice description of your character. Just give some general indication of things that you're good at and maybe why you're good at them. Okay. Also, what I'm looking for too is going to be your connections to this group, and I'm also going to cover a couple NPCs that are going to be part of the party as well. But think about like, hey, I know Harry because he grew up right next to me, and so basically we've been friends since preschool, that sort of thing. Or, coming up with these connections about why for all practical purposes, everybody in this party is going to be like a trusted friend. Okay, so there's not going to be
I
we
have
start off in
friends.
it. You do, and we'll get into that. Why? Um, you all meet in a tavern. Just kidding.
Right? Study hall, middle school
Okay.
study hall.
No, I would never be in a tavern.
We're only 10. We'd still be in elementary school unless I skipped a grade.
Yeah, right.
I sit next to the fireplace. Um, Also, it is we're going to be meeting up on Halloween night. So this is going to be after, spoiler alert, after Halloween trick-or-treating is all done. So what I'd like you to tell me is what your character did for Halloween. Did they go out trick-or-treating? Did they pass out candy? And what kind of costume, if they went out trick-or-treating, what did they do? Next up, I want you to cover, and I'll remind you of these as well. But we're going to be thinking about that you guys are going to have to sneak out of the house for this little adventure. So I want you to think about a reason or what you did in order to get out of the house so that your parents didn't notice, or maybe they don't give a shit. Maybe you got some backstory there that your parents are like, I don't care, just go away. All right. Um, Lastly, what I want to talk about is each person can bring an item. Okay. So be creative. Think of some mundane, not doesn't have to be mundane, but think of some household item that your character would have easy access to and why they would bring it with. All right. I'm also going to be passing out a little bit of treasure here too if I see a gap. Um, but obviously, anything that's an overt weapon, we're not going to do the stand by me where you're going to grab your dad's 45 off the nightstand. That's not going to happen.
No.
Hey, I do have a BB gun,
But you do have a BB gun. Yep, because that was on your character sheet.
and these are the BBs.
So I'm gonna pick on you guys a little bit, and then I'm also gonna interrogate you about some of these things. So I hope I've given you some things to think about, so that when I call on you a little bit, then we're gonna have a little conversation about your character. So, in order that they appear on my screen, we have Darren Pickett, the kid athlete.
Yeah, no, Pickett. Pickett is for an 11-year-old. He is really tall and really lanky. I mean, it once he does hit high school, he'll grow into his limbs, but he's all legs and arms. He's a ginge, but don't hold that against him because he's got red hair. Um, his dad uh, works in the harbor. He's a sailor. Um, they put him in a kind of like an out of school, uh, kind of like a boxing club, kind of like a judo club or a karate club, like way like 90s and 2000s would kind of be the similar thing. He his Halloween costume for that year is a skeleton because I mean Power Slave came out last year, so he's an Iron Maiden fan, and but but under the skeleton outfit is a Judas Priest shirt. That's the Defenders of the Faith album art, the big mech lion tiger thing. Um, so he is out to go find Sherwood because during study hall earlier that week they said they were gonna go sneak out. Pickett didn't have to sneak out. His dad doesn't care. He's like, just don't be stupid and don't get hurt. Just fuck off. I wanna have some light petting with your mom. Get out of the house. Um, so we're gonna go to where the rich kids neighborhood is because they got the best candy. And hopefully we find Enslin on the way there. I mean, it's fucking dark out. He's small and he's quiet unless he has his fucking mouth gets his ass in trouble again. And I am this trio's muscle because Roger's a douchebag and I have personally broke Roger's nose because he tried picking on Ensling like last spring. So where I gotta be, I'm trying to keep our team together. That's Pickett. He's kind of uh he's got a 60 in his be a pal skill and but a 15 in be bossy. He's not, yeah, he knows how to be a leader, but he's more like a come on guys, we got this type of leader. He doesn't he's not really bossy, but um no, he's just got this long fucking skeleton running around in this party and with a canvas sack of uh nothing yet because that was going to be the candy bag. So that's Pickett there for us.
Excellent. Thanks. Let's see. Sherwood.
Well, Sherwood handed out candy tonight willingly because his parents asked. His costume was his Boy Scout uniform because he hardly ever takes it off. I mean, he has to be coaxed by his parents to not wear it to school every day. But when he doesn't, he wears like a summer camp t-shirt or whatever jamboree t-shirt. Uh, and his excuse for going out, he's going camping.
Okay.
Yes.
Very
Sleep under
good.
the stars one more time before it gets too cold.
And mom and dad trust you. You know what? He's
Oh,
such a good
we
boy.
we, we
That's
did this every year when I was little. So yeah, this is nothing new for me.
excellent. All right. And Harry.
So Harry is, yeah, we're just gonna. He's your stereotypical mousy know-it-all. Has the glasses and the pocket protector. Prime real estate for the bullies to just beat the crap out of him every damn day. Um,
Ah,
which is one reason Darren has to kind of protect his ass, especially because yeah he does like to run his mouth. Him and Darren though did get along because Harry's favorite Iron Maiden album is Number of the Beast. He will sing at the top of his lungs, run to the hill every damn chance he gets.
Oh my God.
But unlike Darren, who wears a Judas Priest shirt, Harry's favorite band shirt is a Ride the Lightning by Metallica one.
Oh my God. Harry, that
Uh,
is some fighting words.
I know, right? But I'm the one with the Walkman who plays the music that is worn out that we have to get more copies.
God damn it.
So are
Besides,
are you Gilbert or Lewis in this movie?
who you think got you the Power Slave cassette, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, my dad's kind of rich. I have a CD player, but it doesn't have anti-skip. So, yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
85? Nah, CD players came out in 82. Anti-skip didn't come out until 95.
Oh, I'm thinking like you were one of the first kids that had a Walkman though,
Mm.
because the Discman didn't come out until almost 90.
I was going to
Ah,
say it a little bit later for portable CD players, but CD players on boom boxes and stereos would have been coming out
Yeah, I
is
and
have
being
the
that
popular.
what
one.
they're talking about? All right. Oh,
Yeah,
I probably
I
have a
got the
Walkman too.
I got the one with the headphones and leave me the hell alone when I'm listening to my music.
All right. The know-it-all has resting bitch face. Got it.
Okay,
uh,
couple of questions for your characters real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, Harry, were you done?
no, actually, I wasn't, but
Okay, go, no, go,
just
go.
just because I'm the geek, people gotta talk over me.
Yeah, right. No.
Uh, so uh, kind of like Darren, they're a little well off. Mom works a lot of hours, and I mean a lot of hours. She actually works evenings to overnights, which is why he kind of had free reign of Halloween. Uh, Also, for whatever reason, his dog decided to go nuts tonight and escape out the backyard. So he's got to go chase after that dumbass. And that's actually kind of why he's out and about for the most part. Um, Dad's not around. Dad dipped out like 4 years ago. Bastard. Probably went out for milk or some shit. Um, Besides that, being the standard know-it-all, basically people keep Harry around because he knows shit and he knows a lot of shit. He also knows how to fix a lot of shit. Question about that, and I might have forgot. Fix stuff. Does that apply to any type of fix stuff or just
Yeah, it's
mechanical fix stuff?
no, it's going to be just a generic fix, electrical,
Okay.
mechanical.
Okay. Because he's not a mama's boy, but dad's not around. So mom had to teach him shit. So he actually knows how to do some of the girlier things like sew, and he probably actually fixed Darren's gloves a time or two because the bastard's rough on his equipment.
Who doesn't know how to do that?
Darren probably. All he knows is how to punch things and walk away without getting hurt. So I'm kidding. I'm
Well,
kidding.
well, I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
shoe
Uh,
fits, man.
yeah, right, right, right. Uh,
I don't know, with his
no,
build, he'd be more of a wrestler.
Maybe,
maybe.
maybe.
Um, Harry did go out trick or treating as well. And in classic geek fashion, he went as Dr. Frankenstein. It's the
Nice.
doctor. The monster did not have a name. Get your shit right.
That's right.
I will die on that hill and probably almost have. So even running around late at night, he probably still has the lab coat on and everything, and probably splashes of paint from working on the body.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right. A couple of follow-up questions real quick. First of all, for Harry, do you have any phobias or anything that you're especially afraid of?
Uh, he doesn't like getting hit.
A
Um, I,
phobia
I
of
will say
confrontation.
I will say he does like to run his mouth. More so since meeting Darren because he knows he has a little bit of muscle. Um, but kind of as soon as someone like actually raises their fist and steps up to him, he does the squeamish, cowery thing and basically tries to dip out as soon as he can.
Okay,
Uh, that's probably the closest to a phobia, I would say.
very good. All right. Um, let's see. Sherwood, we you talked a little bit about your family and your parents. It sounded like they were still together and they trust you. You've got a good relationship there. Um, what about extended family? Do you have grandparents or siblings or anything?
No, they broke the mold when they had me
All right, single child. What about grandparents?
in another state.
Okay, both sets still alive.
At this point, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. And then lastly, Darren, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah. Uh, Pickett is from a long line of Irish immigrants, superstitious Irish immigrants. He his the grandparents live in Massachusetts. We live in Arkham. Um, so there's quite my spooky stuff is an '05, but in realistically, it'd probably be somewhere around 20. But um, he yeah, he believes in ghosts.
All right.
He does not
Okay.
like spooky stuff, but he knows shit.
All right. Now I've got a couple of things to roll real quick. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right. Harry, I hope this doesn't throw off your character too much. You do have a little brother.
Mm.
Uh, okay. So let me get into that real quick. Harry, your little brother is 8 years old and his name is Willie. All right. And as far as your relationships goes, I'm going to kind of narrate here real quick. Willie is really a good little brother. I mean, he's one of those kids that you honestly don't mind having around. And even when he does annoy you, it's not that much. And if you tell him that you're getting annoyed, he gives you the big puppy eyes and the quivering little lip, and it just melts your heart. You honestly love this kid. I mean, this is like your little brother. And the cool thing is, he's got such a personality that he's actually kind of like a mascot of your friend club. And so you guys, both Sherwood and Darren, you know Willie and you like him. He's a good kid. You don't mind him coming around. And you stick up for him. He's just just a pleasure to be around. I mean, he's just a good kid. He's got the ability to talk to you as though he were very much older. He's got what the adults called an old soul, and so it doesn't matter that he's a few years younger than you. You guys just kind of accept him as one of the group. Still not as equal, maybe, but like a hanger on. So there is Willie. Um, Another character I'd like to mention. Ooh, I'm gonna make another die roll.
It's
So,
like Mike and my relationship in real life.
all right, we're gonna say Sherwood and Darren, odd and even. Sherwood. Okay. Um, you guys are both, attractive kids for being 11-year-old, healthy, you know. However, there is someone special for Sherwood, and that is a classmate, and her name is Julia. Julia's parents, she's biracial. Uh, Julia's mom is black and her father's white, and they both work for the Miskatonic University. So they come from a family of means. She's well off. The thing about Julia is you are completely Twitter pated. This is going to be, like the girl that makes your heart race and just makes you feel funnier and funnier every year. She is gorgeous, and she's going to grow up to be a really good-looking woman. She's starting to, even at 11, she's starting to, kind of, come into the change where you can just tell that she's like a model now, and she's going to be gorgeous when she gets older. She's extremely smart, and she's extremely kind and generous, like almost to a fault. She's a kind of kid when she has a birthday party, she invites the whole school and everybody shows up, and they do crazy games, and the parents go all out, and so it's a big event, and she welcomes everybody. Everybody is being made to feel special by her. She's kind to everyone. She's just a good person. So that's Sherwood. That's kind of you guys aren't like, you're 11 years old ish, right? Is that your age?
12, 12, if I remember right. Yeah, 12.
Oh, cool.
She's 11, you're 12. You guys are in the same grade. But this is like, if you were to say this is a girlfriend, at age 11, what that was like, that is about the equivalent. Everyone just assumes that you guys, that's, boyfriend, girlfriend, although it's still very innocent at this point. It's, the
Okay.
notes, and the coy looks, and but not anything beyond. You're not dating or anything like that yet, but you have a special place in your heart for Julia. Question, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, Sherwood's personality would not allow him to, in any case.
So they're not going steady, is what you're saying?
Not officially.
Oh.
But I also wouldn't take advantage of a relationship with her, have my way. That just would not be the thing to do.
No, this is very much a romantic, chivalrous love at this point.
Uh,
Okay, so that
Infatuation.
say again.
Infatuation.
Yes,
okay.
you're Twitter pated. All right. So, Harry, did you have any questions on Willie, or does anybody have any questions on Willie?
Mm-mm.
No, Willie sounds cool.
Okay. So let me give you a little bit of background then, something that's happened in the last couple of days. So on Thursday, October 30th, Willie was going to school, and against your parents' wishes, he brought his prized possession to school to show off. And it was his birthday at the end of fall, and by some means, your parents had enough money to get him a birthday present that is, if you guys remember, there were giant size Star Wars action figures. They were about 12 inches tall. And for his birthday, he got Darth Vader. And what made that so special, this is from The Empire Strikes Back. What made it so special is that it was just a switch extending lightsaber. And for whatever reason, this doll's lightsaber was green. And so Willie is thrilled to go around and tell people and show them that this must be a collector's item, because everybody knows Darth Vader's lightsaber was
Red.
red.
Yeah.
It
And
should have
this
been black, but yeah.
action figure has a green lightsaber. So that became his prized possession. He took it everywhere that, he was allowed to, but not at school. However, on Thursday the 30th, he decides to take it to school for whatever, to show off to his friends. And that afternoon, he comes back bawling, sobbing hysterically to you, Harry, that Roger took his Darth Vader action figure. So, he is a blubbering mess. This is just hysterics and devastating to level 11. Okay. One thing that you guys happen to do as a tradition at school, there is an old-fashioned 80s mall that's within walking distance of your middle school. And so it's pretty common practice for kids to let out of the school if they don't have anything going on, no sports after school, is that people would go over to the mall. And they did have an arcade in the mall that the kids just hung out at, whether or not you were playing games. You guys went to the Wizard's Den. And that's where Willie met up with you and was telling you the story about Roger. You know, Roger took it, um, and he's having a meltdown. Okay, it's just like this is devastating. You don't see Roger. You didn't see Roger at school at all. You don't see him, the next day at all. Um, but during the course of Halloween Day, Roger finds your group, and I'm just fast forwarding for the narrative sake, that he says, "Hey, if you losers want this baby's doll back, you're gonna meet me at 10 o'clock at the old Brubaker's house, and you're gonna have to find it. We're gonna go on a little treasure hunt. I don't have it anymore, but you know what? You guys are gonna meet me on Halloween night, and you're gonna go into the house and find his toy, and then everything will be square. If you decide not to find the crybaby's toy, I'll just chop it up into pieces and burn it and send it back to him piece by piece." Willie hears about this and he's like, "No, no, it's a collector's item. You can't." I don't have it anymore. I'll show you where it's at.
I want to interject, but it's not my little brother. I don't even know if I'm there. Mike, am I there?
I assume we're probably all there.
Terry,
Yeah,
or am I there?
for all practical purposes, you're all there. You're at the mall in the arcade when he meets up with you.
I'm gonna look at Roger and I'm gonna be like, Roger, you're gonna go get that Darth Vader, or I'm gonna put my hands on you again, and you're not gonna like it this time, like
I'll
you
tell
did
you what,
last time.
if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna find my older brother, Ace.
Bring your older brother. I'll mess him up too.
Uh, okay, just as an aside, you know Ace, and Ace is a
Hey,
bad dude.
Ace is in high school. Okay, wait. He knows. Darren knows that Ace can mess him up, but I mean, I'm 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 a kid. I'm full of adrenaline. Oh man, I'll fuck this kid up. No one messes with Willie.
You know what? I don't even have the doll anymore. You you meet me at the Brubaker house Saturday night, and we'll go find the doll together. How's that? And maybe you and I will dance then.
We're dancing right now in front of everybody.
Nope, I'm out of here. I'm out.
Wuss.
And he slinks off. See you, fraidy cat faggots. Friday night.
I don't have my bat. Enslin, I left my bat at home. Otherwise, I beat him bloody.
All right. So
Willie is there, right? Willie is like with us,
Yeah,
and he's
Wi- Wi-
blubbering.
Willie's
yeah,
yeah,
Willie's a puddle.
Willie's balling. Yeah,
Willie,
Yeah.
we'll go. We'll go get you, Darth Vader.
You guys have to get my tail and my action figure back. He took it from me. It's it's my favorite.
Harry, I told my dad that Willie's Darth Vader's lightsaber was green. He did not believe me. We watched Empire Strikes Back in the theater a little while ago. Dad just said, "Why would they mess up the lightsaber?" I'm like, "Well, I know.
It's
No, no.
red. because of the crystals, and mine was green,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
not
yeah,
supposed to
Willie,
be
we know
red.
nerd stuff, but the point is, my dad wants to see it when we find it because he doesn't believe you.
Will you guys help me, please?
Harry, can you make him stop crying? It's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
Julia walks up from around a stack of pinball machines and arcade games. And she comes over and she puts her arms around Willie and she's like, yes, I heard the whole thing. You know, Roger is a monster. He's just a bad person. And we are going to find your action figure. I promise. And she looks over at Sherwood. Right,
Well,
guys?
I was going to help, yes.
I knew
You're
you'd
coming?
help.
Come on, Sherwood. You said Saturday? All right.
No, Friday.
Friday night,
Friday. Friday.
Halloween night.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he knows his days. He's not the brightest.
No, I forgot. My dad and I are supposed to go fishing on Saturday. I'm in school. A lot of biology homework. I my days are messed up. Okay. All
I
right.
gotta help you with that
Okay.
again.
Not this time. I think I got it.
Well,
Where
between
there
you and
there
me, we get them through science classes.
well, there when I was told when we got to this grade that we're going to be dissecting frogs and all the cool stuff, they didn't tell us that we're going to teach us how like plants have sex. That's not cool. I want to see the frogs, which is honestly something that I had to deal with in middle school, so I'm sorry I'm interjecting.
No,
Well,
that
we all did.
It's gonna be a whole lot of interjection. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
right.
I
But
was the
no,
all
only
right.
person.
all right.
it. Yeah.
Cancel all my plans.
Harry will take Willie to go get him something to eat or something to drink or go play the arcade. I'm assuming him and Willie probably play arcades and video games all the time together.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whenever you guys can scratch up the 25 cents. So,
Yeah. Oh, we're
okay.
we're not poor. We got a little bit. We got change.
I I give Willie like I so Darren gets like $10 a week for his allowance, and he asked his mom. By the way, his mom is Sigourney Weaver, but like a redheaded Irish Sigourney Weaver, and he's like, Ma, can we can I have it in quarters? We want to go to the arcade. And she rolls her eyes. He gives him half fiver and $5 in quarters, but he gives Willie his $5 in quarters. He's like, well, it'll be okay. We'll get you Darth Vader.
Thank you.
But then he's gonna go, well, probably like get something to eat uh with them if Harry wants him to come along. But he kind of like glances over at Julia and Sherwood, see what their plans are.
Julia says, he said 10 o'clock Friday night at the house. I'll meet you there. I'll be there. And she's got her chin out and her hands on her hips, and she is not going to take this.
Hell
We
yeah,
will go to war over this woman right now, is what he's saying.
hell yeah.
Well, and I know there's no talking her out of it.
Yeah.
All right. So the Brubaker house that he's referencing is a famous house amongst kids in Arkham. It's on the outskirts of town, and it is known as the haunted house. Every town has one. This one happens to be, like I said, it's on the outskirts of town. It's quite old, and it's just got that kind of vibe about it that people just leave it alone. Everyone knows what it is, and like just steer clear of it. You guys have never had any opportunity or interest in exploring it or vandalizing it or anything else. You know where it is in town. And Yeah, so it is like I said, it's on the outskirts. But yeah, everybody knows the house. Does anybody know anything about the house?
I'll make a spooky stuff roll.
I believe I sent you all like a rumor or two, maybe one rumor when I sent you your
Oh,
character sheets.
wait, shit. Oh, hang on.
And
Yeah,
you
I
don't have
gotta
to
check
just
that
read
out.
this off. You can just role play this in whenever you want. But just to remind you that there was a rumor that was sent to each one of you.
So Darren says I heard once that that a bunch of hippies lived here in the 70s. My dad told me that there was a family that lived here and they were hippies, but something crazy happened and somehow the kids died. I don't know. I don't remember the whole story.
Well, we need to be careful because other kids go there to get high.
Oh, well, you got your lighter, right?
Well, I'm gonna bring a flashlight because the place is a tinderbox.
Oh,
I
well,
mean, one dropped ember and it's probably gonna go up in minutes.
let's find Darth Vader and burn this place to the damn ground. It's spooky.
I just hope the barking doesn't cause me to have a migraine again. They've been going at it for I don't even know how long.
Barking?
You haven't heard the dogs around there?
No,
Oh yeah, it drives my dog nuts.
no,
Pacing the fence trying to get out.
no.
Actually, how long
I,
has that been going on for a narrator? That
Uh,
I'm aware of anyway.
it it comes and goes throughout different times of the year.
Yeah. Just dogs all night, barking their head off.
All right, Julia says, I don't even like being near that place. It just gives me the willies. So, but you know what? For Willie, I will do this thing.
I
I
like what you did
will.
there, Julia.
Thank you. I will see you guys at outside the house at 10 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna go get some trick-or-treating done. Anyone else have any last minute things?
Willie, I guess we gotta go
Oh,
get you in your costume, huh?
yeah. This
What
is
are you
gonna be
gonna
the
be
worst.
this year?
This is gonna be the worst Halloween ever.
It'll be fine, Willie.
I don't even want to go trick-or-treating now. Well, I do. I just want the candy.
Willie, you can have
Doesn't work.
mine. What's
Hey,
that,
when you
Sherwood?
swing by my place, I'll put extra in your bag.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you.
You're not going out this year, Sherwood?
I'm handing out candy like I do every year.
What? You're such a stick in the mud.
I was asked and I am doing.
Oh, well, all right. So
Basically,
we,
the at this point, the scene fades out. Everybody's kind of leaving the arcade and going off their separate ways. Um, Time passes. You guys do your Halloween stunts. If you're trick or treating, you go out and have a wonderful time getting candy. If you're staying in, you get to see the kids do the do the costume thing, and it's a good night, with the exception that is you can feel the electricity building up in the air. There's a storm rolling in. So aside from that, there isn't any rain or anything yet, but yeah, people start, shutting off their lights about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So fast forwarding then, you guys, it's getting close to 10 o'clock. each one of you gets to take some type of special or extra item from your parents' house. What did you find? What do you think is going to be useful for a night of it of exploring this haunted house, looking for, the action figure? You each can pick out an item and describe what you want to smuggle out of the house with you and meet up at the haunted house with.
Is that independent of our gear?
Independent of your gear, just give me a story. What are you bringing with?
Uh, so Pickett is pretty close with his dad, and um, so we're Irish immigrants. So I mean, 1985, we're probably like what third or fourth gen Irish immigrants. Uh, his dad has a tweed, kind of like a caster hat, like a cap, like that old Irish immigrant cap, almost like Peaky Blinders. That was his grandpa's, and he uh, he goes, "Hey, Dad, can I wear the hat tonight?" And his dad's like, "What? You're wearing the hat? Eddie doesn't wear a hat." Well, it's not. I got something going on tonight, Dad. And he's like, "Well, what do you got going on?" Roger's being a jerk again, and he hid Willie's Darth Vader in a haunted house, and it's kind of big. Can I have the hat? You better not lose the goddamn hat. No, I won't. Of course I won't. All right. He takes the fucking hat and he dips out. So Eddie from Iron Maiden was wearing a fucking ratty ass tweed Irish cap. That's grandpa's hat, the grandpa hat that's in every house. Like the
All right.
grandpa chair that's in every house. That's that from the old country. So yeah, no, that's his kind of borrowing it from like standard Call of Cthulhu. This would be like the special thing that grounds you. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so that's Darren's thing. So he's got his bat. He's got a thermos of clam chowder because they're East Coast guys, and
Chow, yeah.
hell yeah,
All
and
right.
he dips out.
All right. Go ahead and write down. You got your snappy tweed cat on your character sheet.
Hell yeah.
Sherwood, what uh
As
what extra item do you think that you might need on this search and
well,
rescue?
for an exploration in the dark and for camping at night, one will always need a flashlight with fresh batteries.
Excellent choice. What kind of
Hell yeah.
flashlight?
The Boy Scout one. It kind of looks like an old English style torch, the curve in it.
Okay. Yeah, it's got
Uh,
like the kind of candy cane
Yeah.
form to
yeah,
it.
the yeah. Oh, those are so cool. Yeah.
And
All right.
just as a note, instead of a Swiss Army knife, I would have a Boy Scout knife.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and make that change. Yep. I'm also going to mention too, with your flashlight being the style it has a metal clip on it. So you could actually clip it to a jacket or a shirt pocket or whatever, and then you don't even have to use your hands. You can just like center it on your chest. So
And when I'm not using it, I clip it to my belt. So
excellent. Okay. Harry, what additional item are you going to bring?
So uh he actually, I think he heard Sherwood talking about bringing a flashlight anyway, or the Boy Scout will probably bring one because they always have to be prepared. Uh Harry's going to play to one of the very few strengths he has, and he actually has his mom got him one when he first started tinkering with stuff. And actually, it's actually a portable toolkit. Just basically has an array of like screwdrivers and stuff. He's going to take that and have that with him,
Okay.
as well as his Walkman, like always, and his like half dozen cassettes because he always has those. Uh,
Yep.
is it okay? I know it's not on there, but Is it okay if he has a fanny pack for all this?
Oh yeah. It's who doesn't have a fanny pack in the 80s?
Right?
They they were slick. They
You're
were
right.
cool. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what he
and
has.
your toolkit covers all kinds of screwdrivers and Phillips heads and
Yeah,
regular heads and
it's
so
like
you can
a
find
If it's the toolkit I'm thinking of, it had a small Phillips, a small flathead, and a couple of small screwdriver with socket
yeah.
tips.
I actually found one as a vintage one from the 70s. It's like a 10 piece.
there
Oh,
you
no.
go.
So
Okay.
All right.
yeah, I was actually doing research and looking up stuff.
And as you're getting ready to leave the door, Willie's following you out and he's got pockets full of candy. I'm going with.
I know. Just be careful and stay close.
All right.
Mom will kill me
Yep.
if you get hurt.
I did see, let's see in chat. Yep. Okay. This is a good spot if anyone wants to refill their water or take a little break. Give me 5 minutes and then we'll start back up again because I have to do that too. So
All right.
smoke them if you got them, boys. We're going to take a bio break too, Rafe.
I oh yeah, yeah, I just got back. All right, cool.
Okay.
I'll look some stuff up then.
Yep. Be right back. All right. Looks like we're just waiting on Eric then. That's all right. Rafe, do you want to make me a presenter real quick so I can share my screen on a picture?
You're muted.
Yeah, yeah, I made you host. Should You should be able to do it now.
Where is share screen?
On my screen, at least, it's at the bottom right next to video.
Okay. I'd oh, share screen. Got it.
You got it.
Yep. I just will wait for Eric to get back.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Sweet. Yeah, yeah.
How you hold? How you holding up, Mike?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
All right.
I popped the coffee before we really got started, so hopefully that gets me through.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Harry, I can see Sherwood and you playing games like Squad Leader, old Avalon Hill games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you all for bearing with me to get to this point. We're actually ready to start the adventure, but
Hell yeah.
I wanted to get you guys kind of in the mood, set the background a real real quick. So yeah, this is going to be good. So, all right, picture if you will, a fade up camera screen. It comes into view. It's a scene on the edge of a city. It's a rough looking road. It's not necessarily gravel or a path. It's an actual road, but it looks pretty beat up. Off in the distance, and it is dark and gloomy, and the clouds are starting to roll in to cover the moon. The moon. You see the haunted house. You see the Brubaker house. It is a dwelling that looks like this, roughly. If you can, am I
Oh, so
sharing?
I'm going to Charlie Brown for Halloween.
Yeah. So the house roughly looks like this. It has, as you guys already know about the house, it does have an iron wrought gate that surrounds the property that's approximately 4 feet tall. Um, and yeah, it's just one of those sites that everyone knows what it is, but nobody really messes with it too much. All right, how do I switch back here? Stop sharing.
It should be. There you go.
Okay, so it is dark out. There are street lights. However, the street light that's directly closest to and across the street from the house is burnt out. So there is one further down the street that is flickering. Who would be the first person to show up 10 o'clock on Friday night?
Uh, Probably Pickett, maybe?
All
No,
right.
the Boy Scout.
Oh, is the Boy
Oh,
Scouts gonna go? Okay. Pickett will be
It's,
the second one to show up.
uh, yeah, I'm probably
You're
behind because
babysitting.
Willie's doing the whole he wants to hurry up and be there, but at the same time he's getting cold feet because he's scared. So it's oh come on, it's gonna be okay. Let's get your stuff.
all right. So, Pickett, you show up first. And as you're walking down the lane, and getting closer and closer to the house, you see two figures standing directly underneath the street light that's flickering. Okay. As you make your approach a little bit, you can make out the forms of Julia for
Hmm.
sure, and she's got another kid with her that you can't quite make out who that is until you get closer.
I I see Julia and I go and jog up to her.
All right. As you all start to converge one by one, riding bikes or walking or however you get there, you converge, you start meeting up under the flickering street light. You see somebody that you weren't expecting, and you know him as another classmate, and his name is Randy. Um, you don't know him very well. He was a new kid that started this year, and you know what? Nobody really talks to the kid. You've heard some rumors that his mom and his little brother died in a car accident earlier in the year. He lives with his dad, but he's odd. He's a different kind of kid, and he's there holding a Domino's pizza box.
Evening, Julia. Hey, Randy. What are you
Hi.
doing here tonight?
And Julia steps in and goes, Randy heard what was going on at the arcade, and he wanted to come with. He
Oh,
wants he wants to help out. And and I said, as long as we have the group of guys going, you might as well join in. And Randy goes, I brought pizza.
is that pizza for everybody or pizza for you, Randy?
It's pizza for everybody.
Oh,
And it's in a Domino's box.
oh shit. All right. I kind of get the feeling that Pickett swears like a sailor when his parents ain't around. So no, he helps himself to some pizza. Oh, thanks,
All
Randy.
right. You open up the pizza and you quickly realize that it's not a Domino's pizza.
The
It's
hell,
actually like a 99-cent Tostino's pizza that's really burnt.
Randy,
And
did you make this yourself?
I made it all by myself.
Oh,
My dad doesn't let me run the oven, but he got drunk and left. And so I made a pizza.
I politely declined the pizza then. I
Does
just
anyone
kind
else
of
want?
give this look at that Julia.
I still have a slice. It's fine.
I
It's, Hi, Willie. Want some pizza too? Willie's like, uh-uh.
I give Julia the side eye, like kind of like no, I don't say anything to her, but with my eyes, I'm like, thanks, Julia.
And Julie's like, I'll have a piece of pizza. Thank you so much, Randy. Randy says, I know a joke. I gotta tell you guys a joke. This one's funny.
I ignore him. Where's Sherwood at?
Um, Sherwood, are you coming up? Are you there already?
I'm there already. I was there
All right.
before Pickett was.
Oh, was
Yeah,
oh shit! I
he's
I
just
didn't
he
notice
was
you.
just quiet.
He just shaking his head in disbelief.
Sherwood, do you want a piece of pizza? I'll tell you my joke.
No, I
Well,
I
we're
had
good.
plenty to eat before I came here.
Okay. All right. So why can't you hold a marmoset in your hand? Because you'd be in South America.
Uh,
Or his petting zoo.
Oh,
yeah.
I I guess if they had marmosets in a petting zoo. All right. So as you guys are making this interaction, you see a shadow coming towards you,
Shine my flashlight at it.
and you see Roger walking up, whistling,
I
big ass
I,
shitting grin on his face.
I refrain from flipping him the bird while aiming the flashlight at him. I'm thinking about it.
You see
I'm
he's
gonna
got a
interject on Harry here for a moment. Harry probably sees my white knuckle grip on my bat, and he probably kind of sotto voces to me like, dude, no, no, no. Like, dude, I'll make it look like an accident, I promise. Willie, cover your
Julia.
eyes.
Julia says under her breath, "Just wait until we get the toy, please."
I kind of sotto voce to Julia. I'm like, there's got to be a rickety staircase in there, right?
Let's
And I
just
say
wait.
it and I keep it dark as shit. Like I don't finish that statement. She knows exactly what I'm gonna do though. These kids are about to commit a felony.
And Willie's like, are we gonna get it back now? Roger's here. Can we get my action figure now?
Yes, we're gonna get it back. Just
Roger's got a stick in his hand and he's hitting he's walking down the road and comes up on the property side where there's the metal spikes, the iron rod fence, and he's got a stick in his hand and
Tick, tick,
he's
tick, 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 tick.
tick
Yep.
tick 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 tick.
Willie, cover your ears. Roger, you get your ass in there first, and we'll be right behind you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna be with you guys the whole time because I can't believe you fucking fraidy cats even made it this far.
I just
You
grab him, I shove him through the gate.
You
I'm
wouldn't
sick
last
and
10
tired of
seconds in the wilderness.
you.
He's like, hey, hands off, or there's not gonna be a toy. You just calm yourselves down, kids. All right, we're gonna have all kinds of fun. There is a gate that is on the property, and you notice it's got a chain and a padlock on it. And as you take a closer look at the iron wrought gate, um, you notice that the it's got the traditional spikes on the top. That even though the iron wrought gate is all rusty and decrepit, those points are actually very sharp. So Roger walks over to the gate and he's like, "Watch this, stupid! It's like magic." And he just grabs a chain and he pulls it off. I've been in here before. I know the layout.
I just don't say anything. I just cock an eyebrow and I follow him in.
Okay.
What does Roger look like? I mean, he kind of like a denim jacket that's got a mystery stain on it.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes, he is going to be the typical greaser 1980s. He's got the leather jacket that is a little bit too big for him. Um, it's got some random patches on it. It's well worn. Something somebody probably picked up at the Salvation Army. He's got an oversized wallet on a chain. Um, because you have to. He's got a
Yeah.
grease he's got a greasy mullet, and he's one of those kids that even though you're still kind of on the early side of puberty, he's already started to develop like the bad skin.
Okay.
And actually do a I want to call it a spot hidden.
Is there like an awareness?
Yeah, everyone go ahead and make a notice stuff roll.
Okay.
Ooh,
Notice stuff is
there it is.
Terry, I got a 27 under 40 for my notice stuff.
Okay, so you had a success. What else you guys get?
44 under 60.
Okay.
I got a hard success.
Hell yeah.
All right. So like I said, I mentioned before that you noticed that Roger's wearing a knapsack backpack with. Um, However, Harry noticed you can smell smoke on him.
Hmm.
That tobacco or marijuana smoke. This is the 80s.
I'm just going to say yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yes,
right, right.
I was
He
gonna
has
say
been smoking something, probably both.
Uh,
it's
mom,
he's
mom smoked Marlboros like they're going out of style, so he knows cigarette smoke very well.
yeah, it doesn't smell like cigarette smoke. It's something
Whoa.
else.
Cloves, cigarettes.
Mm,
So Roger pulls the chain off, throws it down. You happen to notice that he throws it down next to a pair of bolt cutters that are kind of hidden in the grass. And he grabs the gate and he throws it open.
But you've been here before, so the bolt cutters have been here a while
Yeah, I nicked him out of shop class.
today.
does
No,
does Mr. Marlowe know that those cutters are missing yet?
Mr. Marlowe doesn't have to know. No,
Well, yeah, he
I
does.
I didn't take any bolt cutters. I found them here in the grass.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. And one, two, three witnesses just to say that you said you took them. So, hmm.
5, 6 if you count Willie.
Oh, yeah.
Julia steps up and gets in his face and says, "You're gonna get into so much trouble after all this. I'm gonna make sure of it." And Roger turns to the rest of you and says, "Yeah, someone needs to put a muzzle on the bitch."
Oh,
Mark, mark, mark,
I
mark,
fuck.
mark,
Punch,
Oh,
mark,
no, no, no,
mark,
punch,
no, no,
mark,
no,
mark,
punch.
mark, mark, mark,
no, no,
mark,
no,
mark,
no, no.
mark,
I
Oh,
mark.
think
he's
you
good.
and I need to roll
That
initiative on this one.
I, I have. Oh, Jesus Christ! That is an 8 under 40 for my attack.
Ooh, that's an
I'm
extreme.
I'm
Ooh,
my fighting.
so you're taking a swing?
I I've got the bat in my hand, and I think I kind of go for like the barrel of the bat stab straight for his teeth.
All right,
If I
all
can
right.
get it with that nice smack on impact, he's gonna keep going.
He is
Uh,
oh, yes.
Apologies to Julia. If
oh,
she's in spitting range, she's gonna get blood on her.
also a 9 under 30
Oh, yes.
for
so that's
a
a
bare
hard and
fist
extreme.
punch.
Yeah, Eric,
Uh,
it's gonna be felony night tonight. Oh,
Harry is going to just like push Willie behind him, but also lean down and pick up the bolt cutters.
nice.
He might,
Write it down.
he might not fight, but he knows how to use those things.
I hear they're
And
good for
he's
finger.
and yeah, I was gonna say he's seen firsthand some idiot, injuring themselves with them.
Did,
So
didn't they use them in Scarface like that?
Oh God, it's a year since I've seen Scarface.
Okay.
let
I
me
narrator,
see.
I or keeper, I apologize for not actually going for initiative and just going for the attack. I don't know how you want to handle that. Uh, Pickett's got an
Scarface came out in
85
'83.
dex, so
What's your dexterity?
85.
Okay. So you are gonna go first. Sherwood, did you say you're getting in on this?
Yeah,
Oh, what's your dexterity?
65.
Okay, he's right behind me then.
You get your first shot in, and then I swing.
Awesome.
And you're just gonna swing with fists then? Is that what you got up?
Hey, I saw every which way you can. I know I've seen how to do it.
Okay. All right. So you've
He's
got the bat out and you're just gonna do the frickin'
it's essentially I'm just standing there and then the bat comes up and yeah, it's right in the teeth. Um and I he's gonna put as much force as he can behind it. I don't think I have a damage bonus with a 55. So
he's got to roll opposed yet.
right,
So
right, right. Sorry.
nope, that's okay. He's actually gonna try to dodge. He sees you kind of playing with the bat and can see that you winding up. So it's not a complete surprise since you had the bat in your hand, but
Hmm.
Which means I
and
get to cold cock him.
Good. Good.
all right, all right. So what did you hit with the bat? What was your roll?
That was an 18 under 40.
Okay, so that was a hard success. Okay, he
Hard,
just got
hard success, yeah.
all right. He just got a
I thought you
regular
said 8
success.
the first time, so that's my fault.
All right, so he got a hard success. So you hit. You knock him in the kisser. What's your damage?
Oh
Right?
Jesus! If you the times to roll an 8, damn, hell yes. I I hope I
this
knock some
isn't
teeth out.
this isn't Naga. They don't explode.
I know. Uh, um, yeah, no, he gets the barrel of my well-worn or dad's well-worn Louisville Slugger, and right in the teeth.
So is this a
Okay.
wood or aluminum Louisville? Because aluminum, we're out.
Uh, I'll
Knowing
go
your
with
dad, it would
aluminum.
probably be wood, old school.
Yeah, I think a lot of Pickett's stuff would be hand-me-down, so old school.
Okay. You hit him like really solid, pow, right in the face. And well,
Put the bat through his skull.
I
uh,
so
okay.
Julia's not my girlfriend, but she's of the guys. But like, nah, don't. Uh,
She's as much a member of the group as Willie is. Like no one talks shit about Julia.
yeah, right.
Just like no one talks shit about Willie. You get your teeth knocked in.
Yep. Uh-huh. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Terry. I got really fucking excited there. I just
Okay.
fucking went for it.
So so let me explain to you what happens then. You pop him just solid, and you actually knock him off his feet. So
Good.
sorry, Sherwood, you don't get the hit in because now Roger is not he's on his hands and knees, but he's not where he was anymore. And he's holding his face, and he's holding his face. He's looking at you sideways there,
That's up. Like, sure, we'll get him.
Darren, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you after this. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And I'm gonna fucking kill that kid too.
You can try. I keep giving Sherwood like the side eye, like getting in on this.
See, I
Okay.
didn't expect you to
He
swing.
I'm assuming like the I since I jumped for it, the rest of the group is like fucking stunned. That Pickett just walloped him.
yeah,
But
actually,
also,
yeah,
I
go ahead.
can't, it would not be honorable. Now that he's down to continue striking.
Yeah, but
If he
now he
were to
also
stand up
openly threatened us. He
and
did
that's
say
where the
out
BB
loud,
gun
I'm going
comes
to kill
in.
you.
And that's where the BB gun comes in. I just kind of grab it from my back.
You see him, he's backing up but getting to his feet and he's holding his face.
I look at him and I look at the front
You,
door of the house.
I think you broke something, Pickett.
I'll break the rest of him if he doesn't get inside.
All right.
Get in there, Roger.
He bolts for the porch.
I'm on his heels if you let me.
All right. If that's what you're going to do. Okay, let me explain real quick then. So, you throw open the gates. The yard, just to explain real quick, is like massively overgrown. In some cases, the weeds are 2, 3 feet tall, and in some cases there are not like thistle plants, but thistle bushes and like nettles. And you see some things, especially Sherwood. Like yeah, this yard is rough. Okay. The house itself is, has been boarded up. It looks like it could have been, in the back in the day, like a really nice looking Victoria house. It was, 3 stories tall. It has the cupola, which, the kids maybe would know as the tower on the top. That's pretty cool. But now it is all destroyed. The windows are all boarded up. The roof is just trashed. The whole thing is it's just internally like sagging. The house looks rough. Um, Off in the distance, behind the house, you see some type of little building. You're not really sure what that is, and you see like more bushes and overgrown weeds that are flourishing more in the backyard. You're not really sure what that is, but they get a little bit greener back in that way. But otherwise, it's just this feeling of, decay and desolation. I mean, I mean, yeah. Randy looks at it and is like, it's, it reminds me of the Munsters house, only if like all the monsters were bad monsters.
And midgets, because this is smaller than the monster's house. Or am I thinking Adam's family? I don't
He
remember.
might be Adam's family. But I'm not
Adam.
there. I'm running after Roger. I apologize.
Adam's family was
Okay,
pretty
nope.
big, so it might have been the Munster. I think the Munsters were the regular townhome.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's what you see when as you're walking up. I just want to make sure that you set the description here real quick. But yeah, Roger runs up the porch. Um, it's not a wraparound porch, it's just a porch out front. And yeah, so who is pursuing Roger?
Uh, Pickett is on his heels. Uh,
Okay.
I feel like Pickett was probably mostly ready for a confrontation early on. Uh, and it really came down to Roger being mouthy. So yeah, that's all his
You
action's
could
gonna
count
be.
on.
Okay.
You can always count on Roger being mouthy, so
I know. Hence the bat. I came prepared.
the BB gun.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, yeah.
Give me
Kind of hard to see if
so
you don't have an eye.
all right, whoever is pursuing Roger, give me a dexterity check real quick and just let me know what kind of success you get.
I mean,
Dex.
I am pursuing, but I am not running.
Okay. Uh,
I am proceeding with caution
okay.
because I'm assuming Roger has friends.
That's a good question. For
Or I
our
should say accomplices.
mm, is Roger that school bully that doesn't have any friends, or does he have like a couple cronies?
He's got cronies that do what he says.
I am proceeding with caution and keeping an eye out.
Okay. We've got our first critical success for the night. So Roger is like the Roadrunner. He gets up, bolts for the front door. I rolled an ought one,
Oh,
and
nice.
gets up to the door, throws it open, and runs inside.
I get a 58 under 85 for my Dex.
Okay, so you get a success. You're gonna get up to the porch, but Roger was like
Nah,
slippery like a fucking snake, and man, he's just like
he's
greased lightning.
gone.
Throws open the door, runs inside, and the first thing that you notice from outside is that it's dark. It's really dark in there.
Uh, if it's dark for me, logically it'd be pretty dark for Pickett, but Pickett kind of knows the layout. So, I what's the front door like? Is it just one door? Is it like double doors? What's it like?
No, it's just one door.
Just one door. I push open the door. I hold the door open. Uh, Kind of get as much of the moonlight and then the Sherwood's flashlight in as much as I can, and I kind of stand in the light of the immediate front door, and then
Oh,
wait for my eyes to adjust if I can.
yeah. So there is a moon out tonight. Um, it's not. I don't even know my moon phases. It's not full moon, but it's getting close to full.
Like gibbous
However,
moon.
there are. Oh, thank you. There are clouds rolling in, so you are quickly losing the light. As Darren gets up there and you're standing on the threshold of the open door, the very first thing that hits you is the smell. It is rancid. I mean, it smells bad. It's a combination of an animal smell. It smells like decay and rot and moisture, wetness, dank things. It's just animal feces. It's the whole thing just smells like decay. All right. So it there's no role for that. It hits you almost like a wall.
I say,
Uh
Jesus,
yep.
Roger, take a shower sometimes. Just to the darkness.
Okay. Um anyone else pursuing?
Like I said, I'm pursuing, but with caution.
Harry would probably bring up the rear, Willie in tow, probably Randy in tow too.
Okay.
Also, I've got the light, so me being ahead of you makes sense.
Hmm. Derek can only go so far because he didn't bring a torch, flashlight, torch, either or.
Randy comes up. Do you want a piece of pizza now? I'll I'll just set it down here.
Yeah, good call, Randy.
You know, if Roger were to try something like that with me, I'd have to squeeze the lemon. Hmm.
Julia, you're normally pretty on the up and up.
Yes.
Did you bring a flashlight?
Uh, no, I
I was
wasn't thinking of that.
I was
I
too consumed with how much I wanted to smear Roger. We only got one light.
I did bring a first
Harry,
aid kit.
Harry, did you bring a light?
No, I brought a toolkit.
Oh,
He brought a
damn it.
Willie.
Willie, did
Willie
you
brought
bring a
candy.
light? No, damn it.
I got
Uh,
I got candy. Oh, and Randy's like, "Oh, you got candy? Do you want some pizza?"
Just Randy.
pizza.
Every time Randy talks, I just glare at Julia.
uh, being the logical for one for the moment, when the doors open, I'm assuming there's a light switch right by the door. Harry's gonna try it, knowing it's probably gonna fail, but he's gonna try it anyway.
You do find a light switch, and there is no light on the. It's like the old antique style two buttons. You go click, 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 click.
Jesus.
No buzzing, no
No, nothing.
nothing at
Nothing,
all. All right, it's
nothing at
fine.
all.
It's been
I
out for a while.
I'd like to see if I can notice stuff and
Okay.
listen in the dark for um God damn it.
Yes.
That is a Christ. It's a success. It's a 39 under 40 for listening.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah. He's making all kinds of noise. Okay. So how to describe this then is that you are looking south, we'll say, into the house. All right. You're standing on what appears to be the vestibule of
Okay.
an old Victorian house.
All right.
As you look in, it's a hallway, and immediately off to your left is an archway into some kind of room. There's, it's open. There's no door there. Um, Off to your right, there's a door that's shut, and it's one of those sliding doors, like in wall sliding door,
Like a like a pocket door?
like a pocket door.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah.
A very large pocket door there. You're looking as you look down the hallway, so this would be towards the north then. Wait, do I get my direction straight? No, to the south. You're looking south into the house.
Mhm.
You see the back side of some stairs, and you hear thumping up above you now. So you're just assuming that Roger ran up the stairs based on the noise that he is making that you did hear.
I'm
Um,
gonna follow the noise.
as you're going down the hallway, you pass by the archway. You can look in. You see some, it's some type of room in there. It's really dark. You've just got. I'm sorry, Sherwood. Did you say you turned on your flashlight?
Yeah. I shown it in Roger's face when he first showed up.
Okay. Yep. So you're very dependent on Sherwood shining the light around. But basically, what you see is the back side of the stairs that Roger took to go up. You can see they're upstairs. Farther down the hall, there is past the archway. There's another door that's shut. There's a door at the very end of the hallway that's shut, and then another door on the right side at the very end that is shut as well. Otherwise, what you notice is that there appears to be a grandfather clock down at the end. And also in this hallway, there's potted plants, and they tend to be like these massive ferns, and they seem to be doing really well. They're ferns that I don't know, they grow in the dark. So, but otherwise, yeah, you've got some openings, and you've got the stairs that you can hear Roger ran up.
I look at Sherwood and I'm like, are we sure no one lives here? Maybe Roger lives here.
My bet is Roger and his cronies use it as a clubhouse.
Uh, they
I
don't
smell
seem like
smoke off of them too.
they don't seem to be the type of people that would water ferns, as I say kind of snidely and start walking up the stairs.
Okay. All right.
Maybe they do it because that's what they feed on.
Darren starts going down the hallway and wants to head up the stairs. Who is going with?
Oh, obviously I have to go with because I'm the one with the light.
Yep.
I assume we're probably all going as a group since we only have the one light.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry,
You
guys, wasn't
guys,
thinking.
nope, you start heading up the stairs then. Get up to the second level. All right. As you come out in the hallway on the second level, you see a closed door directly facing you. And then there are closed doors on either side of you, left and right. And there's other closed doors down the other side of the hallway. So yeah, you're in some type of area that's got a lot of rooms.
Sherwood, can you point the flashlight down?
Yeah, sure.
Are the floors dusty?
The floors are extremely dusty. They are you can tell that there's water damage in some places. There's actual puddles.
Um, do you want me to do a notice things check to see if I can see his footprints or someone's footprints?
Sure.
Basically, trying to figure out which way Roger went or anyone went.
Okay.
Or thing.
Uh, Pickett'll kind of pick up on what you're trying to do and get out of the way if I can assist in that. So
That's a that's just a normal success, Terry.
All right. Yeah, you can see actually a few sets of tracks. You're not really sure whose is whose, but they looks like there's tracks that are going around in the different doors, but you can't really make out anything that fresh. But you are picking up traffic.
I go to the nearest door and open
Um,
it for Sherwood.
not recent tracks.
No, there's tracks that are well, he got a success, but um it's hard to tell because there's been a bunch of foot traffic up here. But
Mm,
you
All right, the drug users.
all right. So you're just gonna open up the closest door, Darren?
yeah. Uh, we'll just start clearing rooms.
Okay. You open up a door. It's the very first one on your left as you came up the stairs.
Hmm.
And Sherwood, are you kind of helping out with the light then?
Yep. And
Okay.
I'm also, like I said, keeping my eyes peeled. One, because I don't trust Roger. And two, just kind of how many recent tracks are we seeing and stuff like that.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll for spot
That'd be
hidden.
Spot hidden, notice stuff.
Yeah,
Notice
notice
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Who are you talking to?
Me, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk to Sherwood with the light.
Okay.
38 under 60.
Okay. Yeah, there's tracks going into this room, but they're really hard to decipher how
But
old they
it's
are.
are there multiple?
You can't tell if it's the same tracks or multiple tracks. You also see quite a number of animal tracks.
That also doesn't surprise me. Okay.
What type of animal?
Uh, Obvious animal tracks, but you can't
Oh,
really
okay.
tell.
Like not really the
Not not
species. All right,
not
cool.
not bear, but more like squirrel and stuff like that. Rat
Okay.
track.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh
but
yeah. All right. All right. Cool.
not anything distinct like, a bear track.
Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Okay. So you guys
I'm assuming
shine light.
squirrel, cat, and bird. So
Correct. So you guys shine light in this building. You happen to see what you assume to be some type of bedroom. There's the remains of a, queen-sized bed. It's all stained and nasty. Um, you see a mirror in a brass frame sitting next to a nightstand on the bed.
Brass ring.
Um,
Fancy.
as you're looking around, you see that there is a trap door up in the ceiling that leads to somewhere that it's missing the door. So you could look up and shine the light and see up into the room above. And then you see another door in the room, which you would assume to be some type of closet.
Uh, question. From now, keep in mind this is probably going to be more like player knowledge because I don't think a kid, an 11-year-old would be this cerebral. Um, where we are within the building in orientation to, say, that trap door, are we looking into the attic, assuming that we are on the top floor?
You are not on the top floor.
We're not.
So you went,
Oh,
there's
okay.
still another floor up above,
Oh my.
based on the windows. Um, and then even higher up above that is the cupola. So this, you would assume that there's still some type of another floor to this house.
Okay. Here's my next question. Is there like displaced dust, like a dresser could have been moved beneath this trap door that could possibly have been an entrance to the top floor at all? Can I notice that at all?
Like recently,
Sure. I will say recently.
I won't even make you roll. No, there isn't anything
Okay.
that's been propped up like someone could reach it, like
Okay, fair.
already stacked. You see, like, there's debris and furniture around if you wanted to pile something up to get to the trap door, but there's
Hmm.
not anything in that state right now.
Okay. All right.
All right. One other thing too is you don't even have to, nobody has to make a God, I want to keep on to say spot hidden.
Right?
A- an awareness check on this. You guys have a new sense of smell, odor, rotting. It's for those of you who have a little bit better vocabulary, the word putrid comes into your mind. It's different than it was down below. It's stronger and worse up here. It's just really, really rank. You guys never smelled anything like that before. And
Blech.
Willie starts to cover his nose. He's like, it smells like farts up here. Like gross, gross farts. And Julia's covering her nose too. She's like, do you guys smell that?
I look at Willie. I said, Willie, excuse you, as I leave the room.
Whoever smelt it dealt it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you're the one who noticed it first.
I
Or
mess up his hair as I walk by him.
Oh my God.
Watch your
Where are you
mouth,
going?
Willie. I go back out in the hallway.
It smells like poop. All right, you're
Yeah,
back out in the
change your
hallway.
diaper. Knowing full well that Willie is so old enough not to be.
Julia's like, Darren, come on.
Wait, now I apologize. Well, it's next room. Next room. Hey, Sherwood, come on.
Randy's like, Randy's like, he doesn't wear diapers, does he?
Hey, I'm
You
gonna.
know, I've never seen him get ready for a shower after PE. So
I slug Randy in the arm, kind of gently, and I'm like, hey, hey, we can
Wow.
pick on him. You can't.
no, he's
Okay.
in.
But no, I go out in out in the hallway.
Julia's like, wait a second. There's already been enough hitting tonight. Okay? Let's just pull it back from the testosterone. Let's just come and do what we need to do and get the hell out of here. I don't care if I ever see Roger again. And
Well,
Willie's like, yeah, what if he's wrecking my Darth Vader right now? What if
we,
what
we
if
do need to, we do need to locate Lord Vader.
Yes,
Okay.
And we'll let
Hair
Lord Vader have his way with Roger if he wishes.
of
Harry's going to be a
course.
little cerebral here for a second. Which way does this door open? Toward us, like out into the hallway or into the bedroom?
okay, which door do you mean? The
The,
main
the
door to the bedroom or
yeah,
the other one?
the one we just left.
It opens in.
Okay. Is there any debris, like thin pieces of wood or anything close by?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of debris.
Okay.
There's wallpaper peeling off the walls, there's rags, there's broken furniture. Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna be a little Macaulay Culkin here for a second and Home Alone this. I'm actually gonna put, if I can, a piece of wood between the door and the door jamb as I shut it. That way, if someone
Oh,
comes down
oh,
from that freaking trap door
oh.
and tries to come out that door, we're gonna hear the clatter of the wood.
That oh fuck, that's great. I'm party scribing that up.
I've
All
been
right.
screwed over too many times by people coming up behind me because they want to pick on me. I don't take chances no more.
And
Okay,
to
what
make sure that we get it wedged in, I'm going to whittle that piece of wood down so it'll fit in early, but then we have to hammer it into a true wedge.
okay, so you're blocking this door, you're spiking it shut.
Yep.
Okay. Um you can do that, but Harry, make a roll real quick.
What do you want me to roll?
Let's
Like
do fix it.
what fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was so close. That's a hard success. 16 out of 60.
Nice.
Okay. So not only between the two of you, you wedge it tight. Sorry, I didn't even need to give you guys the advantage on that one. You wedge it tight, but you actually do it fairly quietly. You don't make a lot of noise banging that door shut. And it
Well,
is,
we could just kick it in
yeah,
or
but
stomp it or whatever and make it sound like footsteps.
wedging the door closed doesn't, you're not making any sound. So,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. All right.
So everybody's back out in the hallway again. You've got, as you're looking around, you take count, you've got the door that's just been wedged shut. And then you see one, two, three, four, five other doors that are shut. There's one that's immediately off to the north. And then you see another one that's to, we'll call it to the northeast. And then there's three on the east side and one back down the hallway on the west.
Uh,
I'm gonna kind of look at the foot traffic leading to each
Oh,
door to see which one has heavier foot traffic to it.
If I do a whiteboard, can you guys see this?
I
Well,
can see
not
it.
yet. Loading.
Yep. There you go.
All right. I just want to give you guys the benefit of knowing the geographical layout real quick. So this is not to scale, and do not critique me on my drawing straight lines
Judge,
with a
judge,
mouse.
judge, judge, judge.
Oh my
All
God.
right. So
So much
here
judging.
is the stairs that you guys came up right there.
Copy.
That goes up like that. Okay, the
Okay.
door that you just wedged shut was this one right here. Okay. Then there is one there, and there is why is this? I'm I'm trying to draw, and there's a damn like message. Hold on, let me move this around. There's effectively a door there. There's another one here, one here, one here, and then one over here.
Aaron, quit moving your pointer around.
Right. Uh, Terry, there
So
are
we'll,
3 doors on the east side.
correct.
Okay.
I apologize. I've got some
Um,
type of like whiteboard message that's blocking my.
the hell? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Can you guys still see it?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll
But we
call
have
this.
blocked this one then.
Yep, that one's blocked. So we'll call
Okay.
this door 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then number 6 is down here. It's got 6. And this one was the master bedroom. So it looked
Okay.
like this, roughly. And there was a door that you guys really didn't go in and explore real quick, but there was a
No.
door down there. You assumed it was like a closet or maybe a door to a bathroom. I don't know.
And it
And
was
then there was
closed.
it was closed.
Okay.
There's a trap door in the ceiling that you noticed that doesn't have a door to it, so that all this is open.
Mm-hmm.
And that was directly under a queen size bed, like that.
Odd place for a bed in a trapdoor room. All right.
That probably got moved so they could probably come out of the trap door and land on the bed. It was probably a means of escape, not a means of entry.
Fair.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Uh, I look at Sherwood and I just kind of point at the north door there, door number 1, and won't say anything to him, but I just gonna get his approval.
like I said, I'm trying to see if any door has any extra foot traffic compared to the others. Is there any
Um,
high traffic door other than probably this one?
okay, now that you guys, you're back out, your adrenaline has come down a little quick. Go ahead and make another roll for spot hidden, whatever that
Notice,
is again. Notice.
notice.
God
Notice
damn it. It's dark. Pickett gets a 93 over 40.
Yeah, you can't tell. There's so much
Shit involved in
tracks and
it.
traffic and
Yeah,
debris on
thing.
the floor.
Mine's not near as bad. I got a 75 over
That's all
60.
right.
Okay.
Harry, were you looking or are you doing something else?
I'm burning a luck point to drop my skill check by one more, so I get an 8 out of 40.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Going for
that
that
would
hard
give you
success?
extreme success.
Extreme, extreme. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you actually see a set of footprints that sticks out to you. So that would be door number 4.
Okay.
Fairly fresh It's like now that you guys stopped and everybody is like you're shining the light down on the ground and everybody's taking a look. Harry's like, you can see the footprints.
Yeah, so I'll point out to Sherwood and Darren, well, and the rest of them too. But
Okay. So you guys are all basically still up in this area up
yeah,
here yet.
I'll kind of just like motion to Sherwood of shine on that set right there.
And I do. I mean,
Okay. You see that they lead boop, 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 and the door is shut.
I uh I follow that light and I go and stand in front of that door. I'm gonna listen at the door, assuming it's closed.
It is close. Go ahead and make a roll.
Kind of rolling all over the damn place. Hell yeah, that is an 8 out of 40 for my notice stuff.
You not so much here, but you kind of sense movement in there. But more importantly, with that kind of roll, you see that there is like a really dim light coming from underneath the doorway. It's very faint, but now that you've gotten closer and you were like really paying attention, you're like, oh yeah, there's a light coming out from there.
Oh, oh, lore keeper of the game, may I request one tiny bit of information?
Yes, sir.
What color is the light?
It's it's orange.
Oh,
Like it could be a flame, you're thinking.
oh,
With that kind of roll, yeah.
you're, God damn it. All right, cool.
we need to be careful. This place is flammable.
Uh, I I would like to be sneaky and open the door quietly.
All right. Roll your stealth, which is
Be
once
sneaky.
again
20.
be, be sneaky.
I'm a sneaky. Oh, Jesus. It ain't very sneaky. That is a 19 under 20. God, just barely. These
Okay.
dice, I swear.
How open are you gonna do it once the squeaking starts?
Enough for like, you know what? Uh, Darren's dad is a James Bond fan, and we watch James Bond movies together. So I kind of do like the one eye peek, just enough to like get his like face in there.
Um, okay, do a notice things roll.
God damn, these dice are all over the damn place. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Pickett, open your wait. Hang on. On the die, so double aught and an 8. That is 8.
8.
Okay,
Yes.
never
Yes.
mind. So that's an I'm sorry. I thought it was an 88 for a moment. Um that is an 8 under 40. Oh shit, yeah.
Ooh, that's an extreme. There you go.
I was about to say open your fucking eyes, Pickett. God damn.
Okay. The door the doors the door still squeaks open. It's and you look in and you can see a candle burning inside the room. And what you see in here is a large amount of rubble. I mean, there's a lot of debris, and you see damage that at first glance looks like there was a fire in here. You've seen
Okay.
scorched walls and some blackened spots on the ground, and it does smell smoky in here.
Uh, Smoky, independent of the uh candle, like especially
Correct.
smoky. Okay.
Like an old smoky smell.
Okay. Uh Is that all I see? Is there a whom that I smell in here? See in here?
One sec.
I mean, you might smell them too, depending on if you smoked anymore.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so let me draw this out real quick for you, Rafe.
Hell
You
yeah.
see, there's a wall separating here. It looks like this. Once again, not to scale. And there's a
Uh,
door
So to
over
scale.
here. There's a rotten table like right here. And there's a candle burning right there.
Okay.
And this door is shut. And then this is all like blackened here. And it goes up on the wall and stuff. And there's windows. You care? Windows over here.
All right. Um, I guess since I'm the only one at the door, I push the rest of the door open.
All right, doors open. Where's the light source? Is it back here yet?
No, I went with him. It's
Okay.
not right there. I mean,
Okay.
I
So like,
I can shine the light in before he goes
okay.
in.
Yeah. So you shine the light through the room. You don't see Roger standing there.
Well,
Fucking
that's a
snake
good
at.
thing. Well, him not being here is a good thing.
Can we see the other doorway from here?
Which other doorway?
The other one that's along the north side of the room.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shut. You see a door there.
I'll if Darren didn't see it, I'll point that out to him so he can go check that if he wants to.
Yeah, once you point it out to me, I'll go check that doorway. By check I mean listen at the door. He doesn't go. And I don't
All right.
fucking hear anything. That's a 54 out of 40.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
No.
Um, this door opens out, by the way. It's shut, but it would open out like that.
So walking in, we just see basically fire damaged room and a candle flickering.
Correct. And a lot of debris piled up. It's like somebody smashed a bunch of things and started piling it up. At some point, you don't know when, but yeah, you see the fire damage on the floor and up on the wall, and you see a window over here.
How burnt down is the candle?
It's fairly new. Actually,
Like that
now
at
that you
all.
say that, you take a closer look at the candle. It's a yellowish candle. And the first thing that sticks in your mind, you're like, it looks homemade.
All right. I remind the rest of my companions with a look and not saying anything how much I fucking hate Roger.
And
Uh,
and the look I return to you is join the crowd.
Science stuff to try to tell what the candle is made out of, and I got an extreme. I got a 9 out of 80.
You know, okay, you take a closer look at that candle because you've seen like at the Renaissance festivals, people make candles, but those look like nice candles. This looks like a homemade candle that's really greasy,
Ugh.
and it's like really when it burns, you notice it like is smokier than a normal candle too.
Does it reek like someone just used like yellow Crayolas?
No, it does not smell like synthesized
What?
paraffin wax.
Okay.
It's
Does anyone
it's got a
remember that from elementary art school, art class?
it's
Right.
yeah, it's got another smell, but it's not like a wax candle
You.
crayon smell at all.
What is
You're
it
what?
sitting in?
There's some type of dish that's on this table.
Okay.
Can we tell if it's a dish we would see in one of our kitchens or like from years ago?
From years ago. Yeah, it's just
Mm,
Okay.
some random piece of debris that was sitting there. Okay, hold on a sec. Oh, from okay, so you've got Willie, Julia, and Randy are out in this hallway over here, and they're just kind of staying back out of your way. They don't have a light source, so they're when you guys are like scoping out the other room, they're in darkness. And Willie goes, "What was that? Did did you guys just feel something?"
I'm gonna kind of swing the light back around quick and go, what'd you hear?
Okay. So you swing back the light around, you start sharing around.
hmm
All right. And
God damn it.
Douche nozzles here.
okay, you see what appears to be a black cat
Oh,
that is matted. It's actually a fairly large cat.
like a
It's
Maine Coon
matted.
cat? A big cat?
Yeah, but
Uh,
it's not healthy looking. It's not kept up. It's
oh.
it is mangy and it's got tons of scars. As soon as your light hits it, it makes a dash at Julia and it hisses and howls, but it like completely misses her. But it was like freaked out at the light, and she was the closest one, and it like attempted to go nuts on Julia.
Oh shit. Uh. Um. I mean, Darren likes cats, but he doesn't want to swing at a cat.
It's now up hissing.
I try and like shoo the cat once I glance. I'm in the room. I glance out in the hallway. I see that, and I'm like, get on.
It's it's hissing and it's large and it looks really, really pissed off. Anyone else gonna try anything?
I mean, there's nothing really to kick or throw.
Hey, sure, where
So
you shoot it?
I'm kind of holding the light. So,
Oh, here, hand me the light.
all right.
I shine the light on the cat once he hands it over, and I give him a illumination to take the shot.
All right, you're leveling the rifle. The cat's there, just like pissed off, howling and screaming. It looks like it's about ready. It's about ready to attack again. It's like full on spotlight mode, and it is going to try to attack again.
Hell
It
yeah!
goes first.
Oh
Depending,
goddamn!
no matter what your guys' dexterity is, yeah, it's
It's a
going
cat.
first. And a 25. That will hit. Yeah.
No, poor Julia.
Yes. Okay. So the thing rears up. It's in the spotlight. It's hissing and howling, and it just lunges and it goes back again towards Julia. And it is grabbing a hold of her leg and
Oh,
biting. And it does hit. the claws.
Oh, cat scratch fever.
Bite
And
her.
Right.
the oh, I gotta get it out. A D4. One second,
I hope
guys.
that fucking thing does not have rabies.
That's why I said I hope as long as it doesn't bite her.
Right.
Okay. With its claws, it seems to latch on Julia's leg
Mm,
and bites down.
mm,
She starts screaming bloody murder
God damn it.
and she's kicking her leg. And if I could find a D4, I could stop.
Yep.
Okay. So it's superficial damage, but Julia's freaking out and the cat
Thankfully.
is on her leg, clenching. All
Oh my God.
right. Sherwood, you had a BB gun out.
Yep.
Take
Care
the
to take a
shot.
shot?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna aim closer to her foot so that the BB doesn't go into her if I miss.
Uh,
Is that a fighting roll?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we'll do fighting for BB gun. I don't think
Well,
you
no.
guys
Oh,
don't have.
wait. BB gun regular 50, hard 25, extreme 10.
Okay.
So is my roll of 50 with the BB gun?
Yep. 50 or
Okay.
under will be a success.
All right. 45.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
hell yeah.
And the cat attacked, so it wasn't prepared to be shot. So it's not looking at you, it wasn't dodging out of the way. So what's the damage on a BB gun?
E3.
Roll it.
2.
Okay. You freaking nail the cat. Meow.
Hell yeah.
Probably get it to let
Okay.
go at least.
Okay. Um, let's see. Darren, you were still in the other room, right?
Uh I came out and tried to shoo the cat away, I guess non-violently, but since that didn't work at all, I'm kind of like right there.
He was
He's
Uh
shining
holding
the
the
light.
light right now.
oh, excuse me.
Okay.
No, I never mind. I am shining the light. I apologize, everybody. Yep.
Okay. You're shining the light out. And
Hey,
Harry, you're up. What were you doing during all this?
Uh, well, Harry was actually kind of engrossed in that candle for a moment. Hearing the howl, he kind of like poked his head over in that direction, but seeing Darren and Sherwood had it in hand, he kind of go back to the candle, look around at the debris type of thing,
mm,
since he has a second light source now.
Okay. Um, roll a notice things.
Notice things. Let's see if I notice things. That's a hard.
1 second.
Did the cat let go?
Oh my gosh.
uh
Okay, a couple things happen at the same time.
oh,
Um, First of all, the cat howls and is bolting. It's super fast and it's gonna fly down the stairs. So it's screaming off like a shot. Harry, you're in the other room. You've got the candle glow there and you're kind of encompassed on it. Um, Next thing you know, you look up over your shoulder and you see Roger crossing the room towards you, and he's got a fishing fillet knife out, and he's aggressively coming at you.
All
Why
right.
couldn't you guys just play along? And and that's it. Okay, top of the
I
round.
Oh my God. Ah! Okay.
Oh, Harry might die. It's okay.
No. Shit.
Shit. Um,
Uh,
in correspondence. Okay, so where was the candle at? I'm
Right,
trying. I'm
right
trying to
here.
paint this picture in my head.
Yep. Candle's right
So,
here. So you were around here somewhere,
yeah.
nearby the door. Roger, very quietly came out of the door and is starting to walk across, or move quickly
Right.
towards you, but he's
I
not
knew.
there yet.
I
He's
knew that
just
some
out
bitch
of the
was over there.
doorway. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll basically yell that Roger's in here. Grab the candle and try to shut the door.
uh,
Oh, so you're gonna try to you're gonna try to leave on this turn.
Yeah. Like I said, he's not a fighter.
Okay.
And Roger's got a fucking fish knife.
All right. Nope.
uh,
Nope. And actually, this is a good point for let me get dexterities real quick, just so I can call off people without forgetting
Right.
order here. Okay. Who's got the highest dex?
Probably Darren with an
Well,
85.
Mr. Chalkwood,
I have a 35, so no.
65.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so goes
All right.
Darren, Sherwood, Harry. And let me just check here. Harry, what do you have? A 45 or 35?
35.
Okay. So Roger would go there. And
Shit. There.
well, Julie and Willie are out of the room and they're basically NPCs. They're just like in shock.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like Darren, you're first.
I guess I charge back into the room as soon as I know that sorry, Roger is I made a mess of my dice earlier. Sorry, I'm trying to clean up. Um yeah, I charge back into the room if once I know that Roger is there, and as soon as I see him, I swing.
Okay. Just give
He's
me
got a knife.
just give
Okay.
me a success on a athletics or gym class scores, just so you're not plowing into Harry as he's intending to leave.
All right. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my God. Gym stuff. I that that is a 4 under 80.
Oh gosh, yeah. So you scooch around the corner. Harry's starting to make for the door, and you're able to do like the twist and spin and get into the room.
Yeah. I
You're kind of acclimated to this new light source, and you're just kind of taking things in. So you can't get an attack on Roger yet, but you are well prepared to be engaging in combat here. Let's see. Sherwood, you're next.
He does a Walter Payton juke and spin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Where I'm assuming I'm near the doorway too, so I'm kind of
Yeah,
in.
you were
Oh,
fairly close
I
there
mean,
too.
all I
So
did was basically spin around and shoot.
Terry, can I've already acted, but it's up to you. In I that was a pretty dexterous move just now. So can I actually have had enough time to, because I have the flashlight still in my hand and the bat in the other. Can I have in that like split second time kind of like toss it? I'm kind of blindly tossing it to Sherwood as I'm assuming we're both acting as he's not ready for it, but I'm tossing it to him as I kind of like bounce and juke out of the way and then hop through the door.
okay, yeah,
Can I can I
you don't have to make any rules for tossing it. You're throwing the light source, but
Yep.
it's going to be a gym class catch for Sherwood to see if he was anticipating enough in order to catch the light source.
Okay. I apologize, Eric. I am committing to that. You're getting the light source back.
Well, my gym isn't as good as yours, but we'll see.
I know. I know.
Nope, it hits the ground. That's a 90 over 40.
Damn. Okay.
I've got a
Okay.
rifle. Of course, I'm
Okay.
not going to catch it.
Yeah, right, right, right. Yep.
So basically the light source bounces off his chest, it spins in the air, lands on the ground, and just for funsies,
Clatters
it
down the stairs and we're in the dark.
no,
Yeah, we have the candle.
Okay.
it it's just on the ground in front of you, but it's not facing into the room. The lights, because it the way it hit and landed on the ground, it's it's facing back out into the hallway.
Okay.
So you still have the candle in the room, but you don't have the light source,
Okay.
the flashlight.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. So that was Sherwood.
Okay, so
Uh,
the catch attempt was my only thing.
oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I do have the BB gun out. I'm going to go ahead and take a pot shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Well done. Okay.
Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat-tat.
What kind of BB gun is it?
I'm thinking it like the old lever action style.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. It's a Red Ryder one shot, single shot
Act
BB gun.
Actually, let's do this, Sherwood, for funsies. Make a luck roll. We
Well, I was just going to say I got a 22 under 50.
for
No.
shoot for shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
That's actually a 22 under 25 for hard.
Oh,
That hits.
okay.
And that does a D3. And that's another 2. I'm doing very average.
All right. You managed to nail him square in the forehead. Tunk.
Awesome.
Damn. And I'm going to go,
Fuck you
damn,
guys.
I missed.
He is enraged. Hold on. Give me just a second here.
And now I also have a reach weapon because I can swing this thing around and hit him with the butt of it too.
Awesome.
Although the metal of the barrel might do better.
Okay, and you did 2 points of damage. All right.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Nope. He took damage, but it's not stopping him. All right. Roger's going. Um, let's see. Darren, you are directly opposed to him right now.
Yep.
Give me, well, okay, so what he's gonna do, he's going to lower his shoulders and charge at you.
Okay.
So, um, as this is a melee, you have your option of doing nothing, or you could try to dodge it, or you could try to fight back.
Uh,
If you try to dodge, you have the advantage on ties. If you try
okay.
to fight back, he's got the advantage on ties. But the difference is dodging, you're just going to avoid him. Um, with fighting back, you have the option, you have the ability to, if you win, that you're going to do damage on him.
My dodge is 60, my fighting is 40. How do I feel?
You gotta ask yourself, do you feel lucky?
I know, right? And I got luck to spare, you know?
Well, do
Uh,
you, punk?
I know. I know. Oh, I'll go.
Wait, is that
I'll
two
I'll go
for
for
eight?
fighting. Yeah,
Okay.
he'll have the advantage, but um, basically,
You're
uh,
probably better at fighting than he is.
probably more than likely.
Uh, all right.
Uh, yeah. Should I roll fighting? How do you want to handle this?
Yep. So basically roll fighting and tell me if you got success, hard success, or extreme success, or fail.
Yeah. Um, I got a 12 under 40. I think that's pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Is that an
Oh
extreme
yeah.
success? Huh? Oh, okay.
He basically lowers his head like a bull and charges at you.
Okay.
You you leap out of the way. No, you fight back, right?
Yeah, I'm fighting back.
Okay.
Uh,
So as he's coming towards you, what are you doing?
I bring the bat down on the back of his head.
Okay. And he
I
just presents like this amazing target because he's just like going
So
at you.
so
I
sidestep and freaking murder chop.
I I'm gentlemen. Darren might commit first manslaughter right here. Um,
He'll just get knocked out. It's fine.
I
Only if he
not that
stops
it's
after the first swing.
okay.
Okay.
Um,
So
He had a knife. It's okay.
you successfully hit him and kind of moved out of the way of his
yep.
maneuver. So roll your damage.
Oh shit. Oh my God. I all right. I got another 8 on the die. No damage bonus. Wow. My percentage dice are all over the place, but my D8s. I gotta not use these D8s on you when I start running. These are bad.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you get for?
I got an 8 on my damage.
Dang. Solid blow. I mean, it's just the head is down,
Crack.
window of opportunity, and you just like do the freaking cartoon overhead, smack, and you connect like all your force going down. What?
Just for the sake of narration, can I like have the bat land on that little knob on the back of everyone's skull that makes it hurt even worse where you
Oh
get
yeah,
hit there? Oh yeah, no,
no.
smack.
However, with that being said, when you connect, you're expecting like a crack, like a piece of wood or a
Uh,
freaking melon. And when you hit him, it's more of a feeling like if you just were to nail a beanbag.
what the
And
fuck?
Roger, oh, see if he gets,
Oh,
huh?
I don't like this at all. Uh,
Roger stands up and his head's off at a funny angle. He still has his knife in his hand and he's looking at you. And you can tell, even from where you're at, like the back of his skull is caved in. It's
oh,
it's like, if you were to take a basketball that's deflating and it's like caved in.
oh my
And now
God.
and now everybody make a sand roll.
Holy
I always
Sanity.
knew we say he didn't
shit.
have any brains, but I didn't mean literally.
Oh my God.
No,
Uh,
he has brains, they're just very smooth and now very squishy.
ooh, um,
So I need to roll under
your sanity?
Under your current sanity. So
65.
Oh my God.
Nice.
32 under
That-
65.
That's probably an extreme.
Oh
An
my
8
God.
under 65.
Damn. Well
okay,
done.
with sanity checks, it's just like pass or fail. There's no critical or extreme or anything. So you passed. Harry, did you pass?
40 out of 40.
Barely.
Okay, so you did pass.
Oh.
Oh, that's not a pass? Ooh.
Wait, 40 out of 40 is a pass. You
Yeah.
you
Just
got it.
said skin of
Okay.
your teeth passing.
Yeah. So now everybody, or since you guys passed, and I'm going to say that Willie and Julia and Randy, they're out in the hallway. They didn't see the connection. But each of you roll a D3 for sand loss.
Uh, I gotta get out my Zachi dice. Hang on. That's my only D3.
Two.
Fuck are you? Oh my God, one. All right, cool.
Well, we hit the gambit because I got three.
Okay.
I didn't believe it, but yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Hold on.
okay, so mark off your sanity, but nobody obviously got a 5 or worse. So there, let me see. One, one, two. Who is okay? Okay, you guys, you guys saw what in your mind should have been like a killing blow, basically, or at least incapacitating. He shrugs it off, and his skull is deformed. One eye is obviously popping out of his head,
Oh,
and his mouth is working like he's trying to say something, but he's still standing there, and he's got the knife.
oh,
In the
oh,
background,
fuck.
in the background, you guys vaguely hear Willie, Julia, and Randy going, "What's going on? What's going on?" Top of the round. Uh, Let me check real quick. Nope. Darren, you are first.
All right. Uh, holy shit. Uh, so let's see. I only lost one sanity point, so get into the trying to get in the mindset of this character. I feel like I probably should have killed him, and obviously a young adrenaline, not thinking at all. What the fuck? Like the consequences of his actions. No, and Darren just saw a knife and something charge at him, whom he thought was just a school bully, and uh, I think it's probably like impotent, like rage born of terror. Um, that's scary. With the sanity loss, I think he just like yell like what the fuck and then swing again. Uh, and just yeah, I'm gonna say probably blindly because fear. I don't know how you want to do that mechanically, but I'll swing again. He's right there.
Okay.
Darren
Yeah.
will try and pounce on him. Um, he'll
Knock
his
the knife out of his hand.
he's not thinking. He's not thinking there, Eric.
I
He,
am.
so
I'm
That's
trying to
fine.
think for you.
Yeah, right.
so
So
you wind up and you're gonna try to do a line drive out to center field, huh?
it's he's aiming for his chin, his neck, area. In this, uh, I've only got like a fleeting few seconds before it clicks. Um, I messed Roger's face up, and his mouth and nose should be really bloody. Is this thing bloody around the face, or is there something else here that, like, I would have marked him as, like, I would have known.
Okay. Good point.
Is
Make
that
a
a
notice.
Cthulhu? Is that a Cthulhu mythos check?
Make
No.
no.
Notice stuff.
Make a notice stuff
Okay.
things.
Ooh. Oh my God. That is another 8 under 40. Oh, I. Ugh.
Okay.
What are we looking at?
So couple things. Number one, now that you mention it, you don't see any blood or any signs of blood. Like his shirt isn't bloody from before. He doesn't have blood, he doesn't have a broken nose or anything. Secondly, you see him working his mouth like he's like what you would think that he's in shock or something.
You'd think.
And you see that his mouth is full of insects. Make another sanity check,
Oh, God damn it, Terry.
but just for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That is a 59 under 64 now. Oh my God.
Okay, so you passed.
Yes, yes.
All right. Give me another 1d3 and I'll explain this real quick.
Holy fuck. Oh my God, that's three. I've lost four total so far.
Okay, so you see him like moving his mouth, and you look and you can see insects of all different kinds. You see maggots and
Whoa.
roaches inside of his mouth, and they're starting to like come out. But with all the excitement going on from everybody else, they don't notice it. You just happen to make a really good roll.
Uh,
And yeah, and so he's got like just this menagerie of insects, grubs inside of his mouth.
Peds, all sorts of nonsense. Ugh. Um, yeah. I just scream, "That's not Roger!" and then swing.
Okay.
I
He is gonna he is gonna try to dodge. So tell me what you get.
shit. Uh, that is a 14 under 40.
God damn you guys.
Oh fuck.
So 14 under 40 would be a hard success. So he only got a success. So yes, you nail him again with the bat.
Okay. What happens?
Roll damage first.
Okay. That's a four on the die.
Okay. So you wind up,
Hmm.
you see him like he's trying to do the dodge, and you just frickin' nail him right across the jaw. Okay.
Yep.
As a result, you see his jaw completely unhinge,
Oh,
and his skull, he drops down to his knees. You all are watching this, and his skull just unloads with all these insects, and his head actually like deflates and comes down so that as these insects are piling out, and he falls to his knees, and then he's falling back. Um, what was you assumed his head or his skull wasn't anything but like just skin, and all these insects are coming out,
uh,
and
uh,
his face is just doing a Raiders of the Lost Ark.
oh. Wait, when did that movie come out? Do I actually?
Hold on, I'll
uh
find
ni-
out.
1981.
Yeah, yeah, 81. Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Pickett is one of those guys who is terrified of that scene and can never watch it again, even today as an adult, if he lives.
Okay,
Um,
I am not going to make you roll again, Rafe, because you've already seen the bugs, but I need a sanity check from Harry and Sherwood.
is everyone else still out in the hallway?
Yes, they are still out in the hallway.
Barely succeeded. And actually, I didn't get my turn last time.
Oh shit! I'm
Oh my
sorry. We
God.
got
So
Rain was just
actually,
like,
I'm sorry, Mike.
no, it's okay.
okay,
I just thought about it because I was actually gonna pick up the flashlight and get the hell out of Dodge.
okay,
And go to well, especially when they all yell, I'll
okay.
go out and just be like, they're taking care of it.
Nope, that's
Like,
fair. And so we'll do a little tape rewind, and so you would have grabbed the light on the ground and booked ass, so you wouldn't have seen this episode of the end of
yeah,
Roger. Okay, so don't
right.
worry about your sanity check.
Be
Sherwood,
kind,
what did
please rewind.
yes, Sherwood, what'd you get for sanity check? You're on mute if you're talking.
There we go. So, a nat 100's bad, right?
Oh,
Oh. Oh, please no.
Yeah.
a, a
No, no, no,
critical
no.
miss.
No.
All right. And you can't use, yeah, you can't use luck. If it's a critical, you can't use a luck to, you just have to eat the critical. So, yeah. So, first of all,
Oh,
oh, let me go back. Sorry.
This is where Sherwood becomes Woody.
First of all, give me for your sanity loss, give me a 1d8.
Oh no.
So
Hang
even though he had a critical loss, he doesn't automatically get like the max sanity damage. It's still just a roll. But there's basically in some sanity cases if you pass it's a 1d3, if you fail it's a 1d8. So
Oh, that's a 6.
all right, so so mark off your sanity.
Done.
Let me look up a charts just really quick. Give me just a sec, guys. Sorry, didn't expect anyone to go insane yet.
Well, I mean, I'm at 56, so I'm not insane yet.
Nope, you're having a bout of insanity because you took the 6 points. All right, give me a 1d10 roll, please, Eric.
Hammer, don't hurt me. 4.
Okay. Um, so how would you develop a phobia from this situation? What phobia? You just saw this kid's jaw basically come unhinged. The insects flow out. The skull, what you assume the skull was just nothing more than a skin mask, and it just is melting. You have a freaking insanity snap and you develop a phobia. So give me some drama. What are you getting phobias from?
Well, it doesn't make sense for me to get a phobia from bugs. I'm a Boy Scout.
Well, this is kind of an extreme situation. So whatever you think, whatever you want to come up with.
I think I'm up there with like Darren, I can't watch that movie ever again. Or at least I have to stop before we get to that scene. Otherwise, it puts me into a panic attack. The melting
Oh,
face type thing.
okay. All right.
no.
So we're gonna say because we it can't be that specific, like Raiders Lost Ark is gonna give you a phobia. But how about like Hollywood special effects like in horror
Hollywood
movies?
gore.
Yeah.
Hollywood gore.
Yeah. So any type of that fake, whether it was somebody getting melted or blown up or anything like that
Night of the
is going to
Living
be
Dead.
Or
yeah.
The Thing. You can't watch that movie ever. Any part of that movie.
Ever. No, no, that's
No.
there's yeah. And so give me a scene there, Eric. How are you feeling?
I
What's
just
going on?
I dropped the gun and I basically freeze and have a panic attack, which I've never had one before, so new experience.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Darren, you
I'm basically paralyzed with fear.
okay. Darren, you look over and you see the color drain out of Sherwood's face, and he is hyperventilating and just standing there stiff as a board.
Yeah. Uh, I'm kind of there with him. Like not right there. I'm not having a sanity break, I think.
You're
But
not having a crisis.
no, but mhm.
Okay, let me stop you right there. As Roger then, like I said, he fell to his knees, he fell backwards. The bugs are just like dispersing, and his entire body now is just completely starting to deflate. And you see
Oh,
all manner of insects just like evacuating this flesh sac, this skin
My
sac.
bugs. My bugs.
Okay, last
right.
roll, real quick. Notice things. Give me a
Uh,
notice things. Everybody in the well, no, everybody. Notice things.
I'm only noticing the deflating flesh sack of uh bugs with a
Okay,
94 over
given
40.
my current state, is there any modifiers on mine?
Nope.
Okay, good. Fuck you. Yes, there is because I just rolled an 85.
Okay,
God
so
damn
you
it.
don't. Harry, did you pass?
Uh, Regular success.
Jesus. Someone,
Hold
please.
on. Hold on. I gotta do Willie's. No, he's oblivious. What's going on? What's going on?
Good.
Julia.
Poor kid.
Huh? That would make it. And yeah, Randy's off in his own little world. Okay. Suddenly the storm just like hits its tempest. And the storm hits. The
Uh-oh.
wind at this exact moment, the wind picks up, the rain starts to come down, and you start hearing bang, bang, bang. Julia lets out a scream, a blood curdling scream. No, no, no. And basically, what you're noticing is that any type of shutter that was even like, because there's a window in this room, bang, shutter closes. Then and you hear it all over the house. Bang, 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 bang. Julia uh happens to make a realization of what this is and screams. Lights dim, end of session.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. All right.
This is very betrayal on House on the Hill.
Oh my God.
All right. So please update notes.
We're gonna so